yeah. Literally, a group of them will throw the winner on their shoulders. So you look for that.
We have waters nearby?
I don't think so.
Let's go, Mike!
I'm okay now, but maybe we're turning on the brakes.
Audio is going. Corey, audio is going now. You're hot.
All right, folks, we're just getting settled here at the hotel with our crew. We'll be on with you in just a little bit for all of these Saturday festivities. Just doing audio and video checks out there. Hello, hello, hello. To everyone out there on Channel 12, YouTube, and Facebook. As you can see, this flotilla is twice the size of what it was yesterday. And there's a little more beach to work with, too. Our first Fiesta Saturday in 3 years. There's big buzz around Gloucester today.
But, you know, follow the same rules.
And again, you are looking live at Pavilion Beach in Gloucester, Mass. This is Gloucester Harbor for the 95th edition of St. Peter's Fiesta. And this is a collaboration amongst Bridge Cape Band, Streamography, 1623 Studios, and Beauport Hotel. Glad to bring you the sights and sounds of today's Seine boat races and Greasy pole competition. We want to thank everyone who checked in with us yesterday. Big numbers across the board that made us happy. I believe Fox 25 and NBC News picked us up for a little bit, so that was cool. And so we appreciate all the feedback as well. It helps us make our broadcast better. I can tell you right now, every now and then you get a wave of boat horns going off. They're pretty amped up in the harbor today. It's absolutely gorgeous here. Pushing 80 degrees, a slight south-southeast wind. We're actually facing, believe it or not, south-southwest. And it's just a bit of a hazy day here. Low tide was at 3:30 today. So that's why you see a little more beach than yesterday. Tomorrow it's going to be actually 4:15. So low tide this time of day means two things. One, a slightly shorter race for the rowers and a slightly longer drop for the walkers.
You want to go on you? Okay. I'll give you a countdown in a second. And it goes like 20 minutes. Okay, ready? We're going to start in 5, 4, 3.
And welcome, folks. Bona Fiesta. I am your host, Corey Kugler, coming at you live from the Beauport Hotel here in beautiful and historic Gloucester, Massachusetts for Fiesta Saturday. This is the 95th edition of St. Peter's Fiesta. We have not been able to have this event for 3 years, so now that it is almost on the other side of COVID, the city is amped. Our community is so wound up for this, and we're so happy to share the sights and sounds of Fiesta with all of you. If you missed our coverage yesterday, we had a great day out there. The women's Seine boat races occurred. The junior women's races also happened, and Leo Canavo won the Greasy pole. He was in the third round, the second walker in the third round, so we can't even believe it got that far. There were some close calls, but it was a great day out there too. Today promises to be even more exciting. We have the men's Seine boat eliminations are happening for the right to face the merger tomorrow afternoon. We have the Saturday Greasy pole contest, of course, and then the men's junior Seine boat finals are happening. So, to give you a little bit of backdrop on what this is all about, this is sort of like our version of Mardi Gras, St. Peter's Fiesta. It's a very religious holiday. We are in the Fort section of Gloucester as an Italian immigrant enclave. Gloucester is America's first seaport. For hundreds of years, Gloucester was the largest seaport in the world, and we actually are in the top 5 up until the 1950s or so. And so that tells you a little bit about us and our signature event here, the Fiesta, which is all about God, family, food, and celebration, and fishing, of course, as well. So we're pleased with you joining us on all of our platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and Channel 12. We know we're in lots of the bars and restaurants here around the community, so hi to all of you out there. We're going to have some special guests talking shop with us today. You saw Phil Francis yesterday lead you through the Seine boat races. He did an extraordinary job. And then, of course, my buddy, John Castro, is back with us to help us through the Greasy pole. And we may even have a special guest on top of that joining us for the pole itself. So anyway, let's go over yesterday's results. Leo Canavo, as I said, won the Greasy pole in the 3rd round. He was a second walker. Backlash won the women's senior Seine boat races, and All or Nothing won the women's junior races. And like I said, today's weather is a little warmer than yesterday, a touch more humid, same sort of sea breeze, but the key really is low tide. The low tide happened an hour later today than yesterday. So like I said, the beach is a little bit shorter, which means the race is going to be a little bit faster, and the walkers are going to be dropping off that pole at a pretty good clip. Now the Greasy pole itself, that's a platform over my shoulder here. It is about 200 yards off of Pavilion Beach. It's a 12 by 12 platform. There is a 45-foot grease telephone pole, biodegradable grease, with a flag nailed to its end. So the walkers walk 40 feet of the pole and to grab that flag, and this is how the Greasy pole contest normally works. It started back in 1931. The St. Peter's Fiesta itself started in 1927. The Greasy pole used to be actually over my other shoulder here, where there's now a playground area right off the rocks. This is where they had it way back in 31. And then it moved to this platform 200 yards off of the water's edge. So what's going to happen now is what happened Friday. All of the potential walkers, there's 44 today, have been congregating for the better part of the day, getting their bodies limp and ready for today's competition. Then they're all costumed up. They're going to make their way in a procession through the Fiesta, through the crowd, out on one of the boats, and make the slow procession out to the platform. Now, Friday's winner qualifies to walk on Saturday. So Leo Canavo will be your lead walker today. And then today's winner qualifies for tomorrow. And tomorrow is a day reserved for champions. So you'll have the men's Seine boat finals happening tomorrow. Like I said, the merger secured their spot, and they'll be facing today's top 2 finishers. And then all the Greasy pole walkers have won on Sundays in the past, except for today's Saturday winner. So it's a special day. That's a big one for us too. In the meantime, there are lots of other festivals and activities going on that surround St. Peter's Fiesta. There's the carnival on the other side of the hotel here too. There is a parade tomorrow morning. There's a mass tomorrow morning as well. Blessing of the Fleet, which has been going on for decades and decades. So it's not just about these events, but this is the largest attraction in Cape Ann each and every year. So our population is about 30,000 or so, and it swells. It doubles this time of year, and we haven't been able to do this event for a couple of years now, so everyone is extremely excited to be able to share Fiesta with you. So once again, I am Corey Cooper, your host today. I'm going to bring on my buddy here. This is John Castro. And John's going to be with me for the Greasy pole today. I grew up and graduated with John. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you? How's it going,
Welcome
Corey?
back, kid.
Yeah, no doubt. We're here.
So how's it feel, man, having Fiesta back for the city to showcase again?
It feels absolutely phenomenal, Corey, to be back out on the harbor like this, to see the boats in play, to see the Greasy pole walkers, to see the same boat. It's amazing. It's just all around amazing, Corey, and it's just great to be back.
Yeah. So what does your family normally do for Fiesta time? Are you doing any? My family is always doing the big cookout on Sunday, walk down to the parade, that sort of activity too, and then everyone makes their way down to the beach for the races and the pole.
Same.
Yeah.
It's like ditto.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. And then Sunday we have obviously the St. Peter's Carnival,
You've got the parade
in the morning,
the mass,
then you have the mass, but it's the same thing that you do. It's all the same type of stuff.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty special all around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Right. So we want to say, so one thing is the Saturday walkers. There are 44 in total. Now yesterday's went just into the 3rd round. Today promises to be even faster. These guys are pros at it.
Yeah, absolutely. But Corey, sometimes the Friday walk is you got a lot of young kids on Friday.
Yeah.
Where Saturday you have guys that have been up there a long time that are trying to get to Sunday. So sometimes Saturday can be a little bit longer. It can be the longer of the days when it comes to the Greasy Pole.
Yeah.
So
now you've walked in years past.
I've walked and I've rode both. I've walked in the parade. I've done a little bit of it all.
Well, let's talk about the Greasy Pole first. Talk me through that experience. Walk me through the day, actually.
So the day can start very early, first of all, because all the Greasy Pole walkers will meet at typically somebody's house. It could be Peter Frontero's house, Peter Black Frontero's the all-time Greasy Pole champion, 9 championships, but we'll go over that in a minute. So you'll meet at one of their houses, and the veterans will try to get you to have a couple too many, maybe Shirley Temples or cocktails, especially the favorites. Yeah. They're trying to get you a little doozy up there.
Little gamesmanship.
Right, absolutely. Try to get a little bit of an edge here and there. Yeah. They might meet at 10 o'clock and they're not 10 a.m. and they're not walking until 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So you really have to pace yourself, food and all that good stuff, and some don't.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty amazing. So did you get the? So now you're on the platform. And you haven't walked it before. You're looking out there. What's going through your mind?
So when I was a kid, we used to actually go to Tony Talley's for people that know Gloucester. It's right up where the St. Peter's Fiesta is, right at the top of the hill. There used to be a gas station there, and we would buy a tub of grease for $5. We would shimmy out to the end of the pole, and we would work our way back and put grease on the pole. But you're talking like literally just barely, just enough, like spam to Now they have like 6 to 8 inches of grease out there. You get out onto the platform. Back in the day, there was no railing on the back of the platform, so sometimes you're at the back of the railing, they would push you off. Today's like a 20-foot drop, so you start to learn things the hard way. When you're walking up the ladder, another difficult thing about low tide is there's barnacles.
Oh, yeah.
So the barnacles climbing the ladder is terrible. However, for the people that don't win or whoever won winner, it's a short swim in. So the huge crowd, I mean, it's nerve-wracking, no doubt. It's way different than just going up there with our cousins back in the day and walking the pole.
Right. So, all right, so John, so now you're stepping on the pole, right? And you're looking out there, that flag. How far does that flag look to you?
It looks like a country mile, and it's only 45 feet, right? And I feel like I'm walking all the way to the bridge, the Cup Bridge. When you're just looking at it, it looks so close, but when you're up there, I feel like you're walking all the way to the Cup Bridge.
Yeah. And so, and the guys, I mean, everyone wants to win, but are they rooting you on too up there, or is it pretty cutthroat?
It is actually, everyone's rooting for pretty much everybody, except like those guys, especially on Sunday, like the Peter Black Fronteros of the world, or Derek Hopkins, who made it look easy in 2019. This kid, he won it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and this kid walked actually to the end of the pole, the flag, and then walked back in practices, like before he was on the pole in years past. He walked to the end of the pole and then walked back, which is crazy.
Yeah. So how did you do when you were out there?
Put it this way.
How do you think you did when you were out there?
When I used to walk with my cousins and stuff, I did a great job. Yeah. But when I got up there for a rail, my form went out the window, fundamentals went out the window, and you could see. And if you bring up the tape, I made it over halfway.
Oh, really?
Right? No doubt about it.
Cheers to you, man. That's
Absolutely.
not easy.
No, it's not.
Did you just get the courtesy round?
No. I walked on Saturday, and it ended up going 4 rounds, 3 or 4 rounds every single Saturday.
Yeah. Impressive stuff, man. Yeah. So, what are you thinking about today? I mean, we had low tide, right? So it's a big draw for folks. We have 44 walkers. Like I said, there's some people who've been trying to get from Saturday to Sunday for a long time now.
Yeah.
So
I think my favorite is Joe Branglione. I think Joe Branglione he's come close many times. Mm-hmm. Ross Carlson is another one that's come close. One of those two are going to take it down today. Ross Carlson or Joe Branglione. And Peter Black Frontero, the 9-time champion, he won it when he was 14 years old. Now they have actually an age limit. You have to start at 18, but he won it when he was 14 years old when he walked for his dad. In 1984, 14 years old, he walked for his dad and he took it down. Incredible.
Very cool, man. So, and my great uncle, Red Top Kookaroo, actually walked the pole in 1931, the first year they did it. And back then, it was off the playground here, John.
That's crazy.
Playground. It was the pole sticking over the rocks.
That's unbelievable. You talk about diehards.
Yeah.
you hit the rock if you only take one step.
Yeah. And we were talking off camera before you came on about the sailboat race is how they would actually, way back in the day, the sailboat racing was more popular than the greasy pole actually way back when, because there was such a huge fishing fleet here. These guys would literally fish and then race.
Ridiculous, right? There's no other word to use than ridiculous. So they would literally go fishing in the same boats and then go drop off the fishing nets and then go row.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
And those boats were up to 42 feet long. They would have like a crew of 8 fishermen on them, and that's the way they used to fish. It was called per seine fishing. So if you can imagine, you have a bag of Crown Royal homage.
Right, why would you not?
If you imagine like this bag, why would I have that? It's just pregame, right?
Right.
So if you imagine this as a fishing net cast off the side of one of these seine boats, and you see these purse strings here. So this is a fishing net, and the lid of the fishing net would be buoyed on the water surface, right? And there'd be little traps and whatever and holes in the net to allow the fish to go in, and then you would just pull the strings up like a purse, literally, and pull that into the boat, and that's how they were fishing way back in the day.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and there were hundreds and hundreds of boats in this harbor way back. But like I said, we are America's first seaport. Fishing is our heritage. It's what we're known for. You probably know us now from The Perfect Storm and Wicked Tuna and Coda. That's here. So we're we're just so happy to have you with us this weekend so we can actually show off our beautiful harbor, see the characters, and see the event that's really our signature event here on Cape Ann. So, so John, you're going to return in a little bit for the greasy pole, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so thanks for doing this with me today.
No problem.
Okay, we're going to hand the mic off to Phil Francis now, our sailboat. Do you have anything to say about Phil before he comes on?
Phil's number one is he's a 4-time champion with Desire.
Look at that.
Number
Phil.
one.
See?
Even though
here it comes.
Even though he has a lot of Kyrie Irving in him, he is a 4-time champion. And it's the only, and I am going to give him props in this area.
Yeah.
He is a 4-time champion with Desire. It's the only crew to ever win it 4 times, and you got to give him the props because Corey, the most important person when it comes to rowing is the scuttler.
Yeah.
Because if you don't keep a straight path to the flag, you just think about like someone that is on first base and is going to steal second. Mm-hmm. But they don't run directly to second. They go touch the left field, go touch the right fielder before they go to second base. If you don't keep a straight path, you have no chance of winning that race. And Desire is the only team to ever win 4 in a row in 1983, 1984, 1985, and 1986. And the scuttler of Desire, as much as I love him, he's my cousin. He has a lot of Kyrie and Irving. I'm working on that with him, people. I'm working on it, but it's Phil Francis.
Yeah, we actually have to keep John, and Phil separated from the broadcast. So, yeah.
Right, but I love him, but you just want to give him a little bit of a knuckle sandwich sometimes.
Well, more on that in a bit. All right, thanks, John. We'll see you in a little bit. Phil, come on in as they pass the baton. How are you, brother?
Doing good.
Good to see
you.
Doing good.
Hey, how are you out there? It's good to see everybody again. I'm chuckling a little bit because John very, very rarely gives me any love. We have a love-hate relationship like a husband and a wife.
Yeah, that's fun. We like to noodle each other here, too. We like to bust balls around here. That's the local colloquialism. So, yeah. All right, Phil, so how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great.
Coming off a great Friday Fiesta, huh?
Yeah, Friday was great. We had some nice wins. Backlash won their race. There was a special moment in that race that I wasn't aware of. Was Rachel Cecilio and Sophia Cecilio, 2 sisters. They won together. Their father, John, was a really good friend of mine. John passed away a little while ago, so I talked to Rachel afterwards and Sophia. I said, Dad was looking down on you guys. He had his hand. Right now, he's jumping up and down that you guys won from. John was a rower, really good friend. So I think stuff like that, it gets you choked up, it gets you emotional. So thinking about that was special. That was a special picture of those 2 girls winning together.
What a great moment for that family, huh?
It was great. It was I saw their mother in them. The mother, she had a smile on her face in the club all night. You couldn't have punched her in the face and took that smile off her face. It was awesome. It was really great. That's what Fiesta's about.
Very cool.
I maintain it. It's about family. It's about the races. It's about the greasy pole, but it's about love of city. And with that, I would be remiss if I didn't mention close friends of mine, the D'Amico family. Their father passed away this past winter, and their father, Stevie D'Amico. Stevie was an iconic figure in the sailboat races. It goes back to when I really got interested in 1966, when a bunch of old guys got together to be the crew that was the gondoliers. Stevie rode with the young at heart. They got together for a purpose. They got together because the gondoliers were really cocky. They came from the old country. and it was about getting that American flag back. And I just wanted to say a shout out to the D'Amico family, and also I want to give a shout out to my Uncle Jimmy Scrotty Verga, who right now at 95 years old is the oldest living former rower. I hope he's at home watching.
Yeah.
The reason I got into the sport was because my uncle always wanted to be him. So Uncle Jimmy, I hope you're out there watching. Hope I made you proud. And love you, love the whole family.
Nicely put, Phil. So we're so happy to have you back with us today. Okay, so now just to set the stage for folks who aren't familiar with seine boat racing, okay, you're our guy. So what are we looking at today? These guys have been working crews of 12, right?
Crews of 12. Seine boat isn't your typical boat to row. Seine boat weighs about 3,500 pounds. It's 10 rowers, a steerer, and a coach. The coach is your coach basically is the jockey. He's going to control the race. He's going to tell him when he needs power, when he doesn't need power. You want to keep your stroke together, you want to maintain. One guy gets out of stroke, it hurts. The steerer can win and lose your race for you. I've seen races where crews have had a 1.5 boat lead, but they don't have a steerer who knows what he's doing out there. They lose the race for it. So today's race is going to be very interesting. You have 3 crews that no one really knows about. They got to see them. But the Gigaloni crew, I haven't seen them row yet, so I don't know what they have. They have some champs in the boat. They're a good crew. Andy's crew, he's got some veterans in there, has some youth. And the other crew, Chaos, they've been in every weekend's race, with the exception of one since 2000. Since the year 2000, when I was with them when we won for the first time. And the name Chaos is always there, so they've been there for 22 years to the weekends. To explain to people what happens is off the beach here, they'll probably be lined up about maybe 25 yards off the beach. The crews will line up, they'll try to get them as even as they can, and then they go by the honor system. It's usually the middle boat that starts it. And then it's off from there. They jockey back and forth. Crews know what they're capable of doing. Chaos, to me, looks like a speedboat. They have a speed crew. Andy's crew is kind of a power crew. Jigger's crew is kind of a power crew with also speed. So it's going to be interesting today, and I'll try to give you the insight the best I can.
Yeah, and so that race starts just to the right side of the Greasy pole, and those boats go out half a mile. And there are 3 flags and buoys a half mile out, a red, white, and blue flag. And the rowers are all in. We have 3 designated seine boats, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. There's always talk about which boat a crew gets on.
Well, that went off about the last 10, 12 years. There was always, and rightfully so, one of the boats had an issue, and they found out the issue was that water wasn't getting out of the boat. So now the boats are even. They worked on the boats, really, it was only supposed to be.
So essentially, so it was holding more water.
It was holding more water.
More,
right, and you couldn't really get at it to pump the water out. Now what they did over the last 3 years, because we had the extra 2 years to work them, they fine-tuned these boats. The boats they stripped a lot of the crap that was inside them that wasn't needed and fine-tuned them for racing. They call them seine boats, but these are racing seine boats.
We have a rambunctious audience today. Yeah, the deck is way more full than yesterday. The beach is more full, and the flotilla out there is crazy right now too. So things are going to be a little more chaotic on our end. So we appreciate your patience and everything. We love Phil talking us through the logistics of seine boat racing. So essentially, like we said, once they hit that half-mile marker with the buoys and flags out there, they head back towards the beach. The first to touch the beach wins. The winner gets a symbolic Italian flag. Runners up get an American flag. But the top 2 finalists today get to face the merger tomorrow.
And the merger veteran crew, they are right now a heavy favorite to win tomorrow. Only thing we have to look at with them, they've been out of the boat for 3 years, and they haven't had whether they're race ready, because they haven't had to row up against anybody this week. To me, that's huge. I would rather race Wednesday, Saturday, go to Sunday. That's one of the things that always seems to hurt championship crews. They don't get to race anybody. But the merger, they're a heavy favorite going into tomorrow. And the eyes, not just me, but a lot of people. They're a heavy favorite. They're going to be tough to beat. But it's all going to depend on what we see today. I mean, we might have Andy right now. I mean, Andy's the underdog today.
Yep.
But if they surprise, Chaos is going to be Chaos. Jigger's crew is going to be Jigger's crew. Now, there's a little inside story here. About 3 days before practice, some people jumped ship to another crew. I'm not going to name the crews because I don't want carry grudges. But It might not have been a good thing for them to do that because it gives the crew that lost the rowers a little extra incentive to give them a little So we'll see what happens. And I've talked to a couple of guys. They're motivated. They want to beat them. It's going to be one of those "we told you so" stories.
Right.
So let's see what happens. But no matter what happens after the race is over, the handshaking, going up to the club, let's enjoy ourselves. But I think today's race, I think we've got making of a barn burner, at least between two of the crews. And I'll tell you right now, there's no love lost between these crews when they run the boat. Like I said, afterwards the love comes, but there's no love lost. It was last weekend was interesting. Trust me.
You guys mean it, yeah.
Yeah, last weekend was interesting.
So Phil, let's talk about today's conditions, right? So it's a little warmer than yesterday, a little hazier, a little less beach to work with, right?
Today's conditions are perfect for rowing. Flat, calm. They should have no problem lining up for the race. A very slight breeze. The breeze is a southeast breeze, so your steerers, they're going to want to go a little wide to the left on your steer. That way the wind is going to push them down. It doesn't want, if they were working with another breeze coming from the back of them, then they would be steering into the flags. One thing you have to understand about when you're steering the race, you don't want to head directly for the flag. You want to stay to the left of the flag, and you want to do a curl around that flag. Once you get your boat straight to where the flag is, that's when you really start your turn. All you're doing is trying to get that angle on it. The steering today is going to be really important. I think the turn might be really huge, especially in a close race. I saw Andy the other night. They had a boat lead 100 yards from the flag. Chaos made a move on him, and then Tony Frontiero, who's the steerer, slipped. And that caused a big problem with them. Luckily, they stayed, all they had to do was come in second place, and that's what they did. But steering's going to be big, and you got three good steerers today.
Yep.
You got two of the best around. Mike Harmon's really good, and Oaksy's very, very good. Tony's kind of new at it. He's only been doing it really 4 or 5 years, but he'll get it because Tony's been a rower. He knows the game.
Right. All right, Phil. So right now you see the police boat is now milling its way around to clear the lane for the Seine boats, which will be, I'm sure they're just probably lapping around in the harbor. Right?
Yeah, right now they're probably, I would say, knowing Joe Novello and Chaos, they always seem to come over last. He likes to wait for the other crews to get over. I can remember rowing with Joe in the years when they used to have the greasy pole before the races, and a lot of the years I never saw the greasy pole. We never saw it. We would wait for the crowd to cheer, and then we would head over.
So if you're just tuning in, I am Corey Kukra of Bridge Cape and 1623 Studios. I'm joined alongside by Phil Francis. He is a 4-time Seine boat champion, and he was doing our color for a weekend here too, so we're very appreciative of that. We are coming at you from the Beauport Hotel in beautiful and historic Gloucester, Massachusetts, for the Saturday edition of the 95th St. Peter's Fiesta here in Gloucester, Massachusetts. So we're going to have
I do got to make one correction. I think John said that I was the steerer for Desire.
Yeah, I heard that.
I wasn't the steerer for Desire. The steerer for Desire was Vincent Cookie Shimataro. My champions came on 3 separate crews, 3 different crews. So I don't want to hear from Cookie yelling and screaming at me or anything. I don't want anybody. Cookie was the steerer for Desire, and to this point, 4 in a row probably makes them the greatest crew of all time.
Wow.
Hey, listen, if you won 4 in a row, the record is what it speaks for itself. They have to be considered the greatest crew of all time. No one's ever done it.
So what would be the greatest women's crew of all time? Because I remember Affirmative Action started in 96. They won the first 5.
I think Affirmative Action is. They got 5 in a row.
Yeah.
But you want to know something? I think the women rowers today are better rowers. But Affirmative Action had probably the 12 best rowers. Now the rowing is spread out amongst the women. But you would have to say Affirmative Action won 5 in a row.
Yeah.
And some of them are still doing it right now. Joanne's still doing it. She's the one who started the whole thing.
Yeah, the numbers don't lie.
And you know what's great? It's all subjective.
Yeah.
That's what's great about it, because Desire was in the 80s. There were great crews in the 60s. There was some great crews in the 50s. Now you have the 2000s. It's all subjective. It's because the boats were different. In the 70s, we rowed in. I can remember the first time I rowed. The boats that they have now, I think maybe about a half as big as those were. Yeah. And there was only 8 rowers. So it's all subjective. Everybody's going to have their theories. Everybody's going to have. You got people that go, "Oh, it was mine. It was mine." Listen, no one's ever going to know for sure. No one's ever going to know for sure who was the greatest of all time.
Error for error is very difficult to measure up to. So we also want to say these Seine boat races start at 4:45 p.m. Eastern Time today, followed by the Saturday Greasy Pole, and that is followed by the men's junior races right after that too. And then tomorrow is the Day of Champions, where we'll have the men's Seine boat finals, and then the Sunday Greasy Pole, and that's all the winners from Sunday participate in that. as well as today's winner. So that's how that's going to work too. Now, while we have a few minutes, John, do you want to come back on and join us? Because you have a list of the crews and coxswains and scuttlers and all that. Maybe you and Phil. Well, Phil, you could stay. You guys, you know this. Come right in here, John.
What's a raging
Join
ball?
Phil. And you guys can take this away from
No,
him.
I was with Staying Alive. I was with the Renegades in '79.
You know why that mistake happened, Phil?
That's all right.
No, that mistake happened because you wanted to be Cookie Shimataro.
Because you want to be me. That's why you're trying.
I would never want to beat Kyrie Irving. That's number one. Okay, I want to beat Tom Brady.
We rattle off the teams and the rowers.
Absolutely. Okay, so we have starting off. We have Chaos is going to be in the Pinta. We have Scuttler Timmy Oakes. The coxswain or the coach is Joe Novello. Just so people know, the scuttle is the person that will be steering the boat to the flag, and tell them what that's like with the.
You know something? It all depends. A lot of it has to do with the winter. With the weather. One thing about steering, as a rower might make a mistake, no one sees it. If you're a steerer, you make a mistake, 5,000 people are going to see it.
But it's a quarter of a mile out?
It's a half a mile out, half a mile
Good.
in.
Yep.
Steerer, he has one job, to get it out straight and get around the flag.
And it sounds easy, and it's not.
It's not easy. If you have choppy weather, it's tough out there. The deck's not that big. You got to maintain
if one of the 10 oars is not pulling properly, because you need 10 oars acting as one.
Well, that's
Tell me the
big too.
importance of that.
The importance of 10 oars rowing at once. If one side is weaker, as a steerer, you have to use more of your body. And you'll get sore. You
Absolutely.
will get sore out there. You'll start feeling something.
We've seen bad steerers.
I've seen some
bad ones.
I've seen guys fall over. I've seen
almost fell off the boat.
I've seen crews with leads, steerer fall off and cost in the race.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed doing it. I did it because I just didn't think I could row anymore. I said, well, so I'll try this. Fortunately, I got good at it. I enjoyed it. But I mean, it's especially in bad weather. I've been in races where the seas were 5 or 6 foot seas, and your coach is holding onto your belt just to keep you in the boat.
Absolutely.
It can get scary, but you know something, that's where the men are. The men are up there. There are a lot of guys who talk a lot of talk, but they haven't got the guts to get up there and steer a boat.
No.
Tomorrow's race, we'll see who I consider the best of all time. Well, at least the second best of all time, because somebody else will tell you.
How many do you have? How many titles?
Steering? I had 3.
No, just you have 3. So are you talking about Timmy Oakes?
No, Joe Belbo.
Oh, Joe Belbo with the merger. He has like 10.
Joe, I think he has more than that.
More than that,
and he has, I believe, if you
because he's with the kids.
I believe he has maybe 3, 4, 5 as a rower.
Yeah.
And around 10 as a steerer.
Right.
He's on the Mount Rushmore. If you talk about Mount Rushmore steering, it's him. If you talk about Mount Rushmore rowing, it's him because he's.
How many does he have as a steerer? Joe Belbo. Joe Belbo's with the merger, the defending champs of 2017 and 19. They won it in 2019.
10 many different crews.
Right. He is unbelievable, Joe Belbo.
You know something?
But right behind is Timmy Oakes too.
Timmy's a good steerer. Timmy's a really Timmy. One thing about Timmy, and I noticed, I found out one day watching practice, it's not just power. Timmy uses a lot of math. Or something. I don't know how I would describe it, but he uses a lot of math. He knows the water. He's really smart about the water.
Right.
And he does some things out there I've never really seen a steerer do before. A lot of steerers, they all stay in the water, but I've seen him kind of back water when they steer. Now, he can do that. He's tall. Whereas a guy like me who's short, I can't do that. So, I try to learn a little. When I was there, I always try to pick up from other people. So Joe's the top dog. Timmy's there. And Mike Harmon today. Mike Harmon's a good steerer.
He is a good steerer.
I don't think he gets enough credit for being.
You have to get championships.
Well, he's got a couple.
No, he does. But you have to, if you want to get up with the top steerers, you have to be up. You have to get the titles. And if you lose, I know Harmon has lost a handful of races in the last 6-7 years by a half a boat, but it's still a loss.
Yeah. A loss, and win is win. That's all
right.
That matters.
I know.
That's how they measure things, wins and losses.
Right.
But today ought to be interesting. You look at both crews. Like I said, you give the edge to the steerers. I would say Oaksy, Harmon, Tony. And just because Tony hasn't steered that long, but Tony, another guy that you could put on that Mount Rushmore rowers, one of the greats of all time.
So let's give the rundown of the boats now. So first of all, we're going to have the Chaos is in the Pinta. And getting back to the boat itself, we have Timmy Oakes as the scuttler. He's steering the boat. We have Joe Novello, one of the all-time great coaches with a lot of titles.
A lot of championships. I won with Joe on 2 different crews. I won when I first rode I run with Joe in the Renegades in '79, and I won with Chaos in the early 2000s.
Yeah, so Joe Novello and Chaos, just to give a little bit of a rundown on that boat. So Chaos, Joe Novello, has been with that boat since the start, and they have a championship in 2000, 2002, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2013, six-time champion. But they were the last team also to not only repeat, but three-peat. Okay, which is not easy to three-peat, even though there's been a handful of crews.
Just repeating is a tough task in itself.
So it's been since 2011 was the last repeat. Yeah. So you're talking 11 years. Desire was the only team to have 4 titles, and sorry, Cookie Shimazutawa was the scuttle of that crew. That was the only crew to ever win 4 in a row. And so to give a rundown of Chaos, they have Eric Dombrowski and Jay Hillenbrecht in the lead in the boat. So what that means, you're in the first seat, and you're setting the pace for the boat. It's a tough job.
It's a very tough job. And a lot of times it's not the best rowers in the boat that do it. It's the guys that can do that job the best.
Right.
Eric, I've been around. Eric's a great rower. I've never been in a boat with Jay, but from what I understand, he's a heck of a rower.
Yes.
There's a few other guys in the boat. I know what they can do. I've been with them. Chaos has a couple new guys this year.
Yes.
Yeah, the thing about Chaos, it seems like every year they have 1 or 2 new rowers, and there's times they have guys that have never rowed before, and they mold them during the week. They're going to have their trouble, and then all of a sudden they just slide right in.
Right.
There's no pressure, just row the boat.
Right. So, lead oarsman, to get back to what Phil and I had discussed with the lead oarsman, if people that know like a 5K race, if you think you're going to run a 5K race and your pace is a certain pace, and then you get out there in front of a crowd and you start to sprint and you're not a sprinter for that amount of time,
right,
you're going to run out of gas.
Right.
So those lead oarsmen have to set the pace of the boat. So the lead oarsmen again are Eric Dombrowski, Jay Hillenbrecht. In the 2 seat is Tom Conrad, a longtime veteran with a lot of titles, Phil.
Tommy, his first title was in '79. Then he was a member of Desire, Determination. He's Chaos. He's never been in a boat without Joe Novello. He's always been in a boat, and that's loyalty. And we're talking back to 1979. So think about that. That's over 40 years.
One thing I love about Joe Novello is he doesn't, like a lot of boats, they're cutthroat with changing seats. If someone loses a race, rebuild. Joe Novello, you don't lose your seat until you decide to give it up.
Joe doesn't cut people.
Right.
He'll do it. They do it by themselves. As simple as that. Joe's the best.
Get that mic up, Phil. Get that mic up. Everyone loves to hear you, and you love to hear yourself. We know that. All right. So anyway, we got Tom Conrad and Mike Tarantino in the 2 seat.
Great pickup. Mike Tarantino's he's an animal in the boat. He's an animal.
Rower.
Oh yeah.
Great rower. In the engine room is Brian Dury and Nick Drea. The engine room is your big boys. It's a longer stroke. The lead oarsmen in the 2 seat have strokes, but they're not as long as those engine room. The 3rd seat is a long stroke. You gotta be laying back.
Yeah, the 3rd seat's made for your powerful guys and your tall guys.
Yeah.
They're new. I know one guy is a new rower. He's the new guy that they have in the boat this year.
Right.
The other guy.
They have experience.
The one guy doesn't have experience. The other guy does. He was with Chaos for 2 years, I think, before we had the shutdown.
Right.
So
that could be the question marks, because Chaos they're trying to find that Chaos rhythm to get back into the championship form again. Yep. They added guys. Are these the guys? We're going to find out. In the 4 seat is Joe Sands and Jeremy Abreu.
Joe Sanfilippo's an original Chaos.
He is an original
Multiple
Chaos.
championships, not just with Chaos. He won with BPN back in 1999. So Joe's a lifelong rower. He's a Dory rower.
A lot of titles.
Yeah, he's one of those
championships.
He's one of those glue guys,
Yeah.
He's a glue guy
Chemistry
in the boat.
guy.
You got to have glue guys in the boat.
Good guy, chemistry guy. And then in the engine room, not the engine room. In the bow, we got Matt Drea and Janda Rickyman. Now, when you're in the bow, the back of the boat, it's a shorter stroke, but you're also going to see, and we'll explain it in better detail at the beginning. They have a lot to do with the beginning of the race, along with the race itself. But they're trying to get that boat going at the beginning, and we'll explain that down the road. Now, why not us? Pretty cool name.
It's a great name,
Love that
and
name.
it's a great name, and that's the crew that has a little bit of extra motivation today. They had a couple guys in the crew jump ship and went to another crew 3 days before practice started, which was, You don't do that.
No.
I'm sorry. It's unwritten.
You can build in the
off
off season, but you can't be stealing guys 3 days before. That's not okay.
Yeah, you do
that's
it a
like
month.
against code.
You do it a month. You do it 6 months before. You don't do it then. So that's
against code.
Yeah.
There's a certain code we all have in sports, and that's you don't take guys from another crew 3 days before.
That's an unwritten code.
Exactly. And I 100% agree with you.
But
Phil.
it is what it is. So
got to regroup. Next man up.
And they did. They went out. They picked up a couple. They picked up a couple veterans, a little older veterans, but they'll do the job. They picked up a couple of warriors. They're a little bit older than everybody else, but.
Right. So here we go. We have in Why Not Us, Tony Frontero, the scuttler. Okay, again, steering that boat. And we have Andy Orlando, one of your Goombadis, my coach. Mind you, Phil and Andy were my coaches back in the day.
Was with Raging Bull. You want a lot of Raging Bull and Allied Forces. Two of the great crews from the 80s and the early 90s.
I actually wrote those crews down, Phil. So you have Raging Bulls won it in 1987, 1988, and 1989. A 3-time champion. And what was the other one you said? The Raging Bulls. The other one, who was the other? The
Raging Bulls, Allied Forces.
Oh, Allied Forces, yeah. So Allied Forces won it in 1991, 1992.
Yep.
So you're just seeing there's 5 championships right off the top of our heads. Now, in that boat, we have Andy's the coach. And we have the scuttler, Tony Frontero, the lead oarsman, Steve Totoni, Alex Militello. This is a very young boat with some veterans.
Yep.
In seat number 2, we have Ricky Melanson and Mike Guglielmi. In the engine room, one of your buddies, a longtime rower, just an absolute animal, Jay Prince.
Warrior. 64 years.
Go to war with.
64 years old. If I'm in a foxhole, that's one of the guys I want right there. No problem. Jay, you take care of business. I'm going to go have a glass of water.
That's it. We're going to watch Netflix if it's available there.
And he's one of the great guys in the boat. He's the guy who will throw out one-liners at you to smooth things down.
While he's rowing. And
he spends the whole night picking on Lenny, which is great. Lenny Bellanti, another close friend.
Right. Martin Christian. And then you have in the 4-seat Trevor Atkins and Mike Galante. And then in the bow, Kelvin Spencer and Lenny Bellanti.
Lenny Bellanti, another member of Desire. Think about that. Another member of Desire, Allied Forces, and Determination. Lenny's got a lot of titles, A lot of people say he's long in the tooth. I think Lenny can do the job today.
Right.
I have all the faith in Lenny. He's one of my good buddies, one of my best friends. So,
if Why Not Us can't be it, so if that name's gonna stick to him, why not us? What's the reasoning gonna be?
Motivation. They have a little bit of something inside, and motivation helps a lot. Gives you a little bit of extra adrenaline, and they're totally motivated. They feel like they got slapped in the face. 2 guys left them.
Yeah.
And no one knows. 3 days before
That's
practice.
Ridiculous.
And I don't, it had its moment. There were some issues. There was a lot of yelling and screaming about it. But that's water under the bridge.
Some stuff happens at the St. Peter's Club,
Some
too,
things, some things happen. But something, now it's water under the bridge. Let's just have a race. And after the race is over, no matter what happens, they're going to shake hands. But that extra little bit of motivation might be the difference. I know Jigger's crew's a good crew.
Yes.
But we'll see what happens.
So Mike Frontera, shout out to him because he got injured. He was on Why Not Us. He got injured and had to bow out from rowing, unfortunately. Injured back, there's no way you can row.
Right.
Now we have ZFG is Paul Gigaloni's crew, which he's the coach. Mike Harmon, the scuttler. We were talking about Mike just a few minutes ago off the air. What do you think of Mike Harmon?
Mike's a good steerer. Mike, he's been doing it. I think Mike's probably been doing it about 8 or 9 years, and he's a guy that worked at it.
And he has a couple
He works
titles.
at it. He's got a couple titles. One of the titles I think he was responsible for. I think he made a great turn that year.
And let's get to the word responsible that Phil just said. It's the only position as the steerer or the scuttler that you could be down by a boat and a half to 2 boats and make that up.
Yeah, you can make it up.
Literally.
Yep. Absolutely, you can make it up. I've done it. Ask your cousin Jeremiah. I've done it.
You can ask Jeremiah about his steering a couple of years ago. He went. I thought he was going to Wingashi.
No, he was going to Boston.
I literally thought he was
going to Boston.
He almost fell off the boat,
I
too.
saw that this morning.
Don't give
I
us
saw
a
that
ticket
this
or
morning in the firefighters race. A little collision before we even got things going by. Oh, yeah.
It's not easy not to even to. We know how it is. I give him the credit of just trying to do it, but
I know.
he almost fell off.
Yeah. Well, some guys aren't comfortable up there.
Right.
But,
And it was a bad day that day.
Yeah,
it was choppy as
some
can be.
guys just shouldn't even try it. Just
Right. But
do
look at the
something.
conditions, Phil. This is glass.
Today's flat.
This is
today,
glass.
the steerers should not have a
Yeah.
problem today. There's gonna be unless like we had yesterday when some idiot goes through the course. But
Right. Yeah.
and
right.
hey, I'm sorry, I'm going to call an idiot if he's an idiot.
Right. And what he means by going through the course is in the background you'll see some boats just go right across the race course while the same boats are going, and it causes wake. So even the smallest of wake can throw off one of the 10 rowers because you have 10 oars. There's 12 guys in the boat, but there's 10 oars that have to act as one.
Right.
So to get to ZFG, we got Paul Gigaloni's the coach. Mike Harmon is the scuttler. We have Pete Mondello and Vincenzo Terranova, the lead oarsmen. Jared Morris, Gilbert Brown in the 2-seat. In the engine room, the brothers Peter and Sam Taramina. In the 4 seats, Alex Rotolosi is one of the guys that jumped ship, Phil. You were saying it just a few.
Well, you named the name. I didn't. I'm not going to get into that.
You told me.
I told you people jump. I didn't give you the
said
name.
it was him.
Don't do this. Don't try to
You
drag
said
me.
that.
No. I didn't say anything.
Anyway,
I said nope.
He's looking out for himself. He's a young kid, Phil. He's looking out for
I'm
himself.
going to tell you something. If I was the young kids, I would have made the same
He wants
move.
a title.
I would have done the same thing. The young kids, no, you can't blame the young kids for doing it. Because
Yeah, they
they
said Lenny Belanti's on the crew. We have no chance. And you actually agreed with them.
No, what I'm saying is you have the young kids, they've never been in a Saturday's race. You get a chance to go to the crew. That's automatically Saturday's race. As a young kid, yeah, you're going to do that. I talked to Alex. I told him I have no problem with you. I had the problem with the way things went about. Like I said, it's water under the bridge. It's over with. It's history. We can't really discuss it anymore. It happened, but it gives Andy's crew a little extra motivation.
Right. And they have a good crew still.
Yeah.
And so you have Alex Rotolosi and Kellen O'Malley in the 4 seat. And in the bow, you have Jerry Shimataro, a long-time champion.
Great rower,
great
legend,
guy.
great guy. You know, so he's one of those guys that dry humor. He doesn't talk too much, but when he says something, he makes you
Better
laugh.
listen to him.
And I'm going to tell you something. There aren't many more Budweiser guys than Jerry Shimataro.
Tilt him
Legendary. He can tilt him down.
That's
He's
it.
Yep.
And right next to him is JJ Bellazola, another good rower with championships.
JJ's a really good rower.
Yeah, good
JJ's
athlete.
good athlete.
Yep.
Really good. I've seen him play softball. Was a good baseball player.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then on Sunday, Phil, we have a crew waiting in the wings. They're the champs. 2017, 2019, the merger. This boat is loaded by far with the most championships in the history of the sport, Phil.
If you add them up between them, you're probably going to get close to 100 championships in
I'm
that
going to
boat.
say over.
You might be over 100. Well, let me see. Between Vito and Joe, you got
Yeah,
probably 30 right there.
right?
Right there.
Easily.
And then you got the Morrissey kids jump in. They got 4 or 5
Just
each.
listen to this crew.
Then you got the Gigalonis got 4 or 5.
How-
You got Mike Mitchell was with Chaos, then went with the merger, and then another crew before that. So he's got like 6, I think.
If you had Michael Jordan 3 times on one team and Scottie Pippen 2, so that you have Michael Jordan, you have 5 guys, it's Michael Jordan 3 times, Scottie Pippen 2, that's your starting 5. And off the bench you have Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. How can you lose?
Right.
What the heck?
This crew, I'm telling you right now, if the 2 years hasn't affected them off, they're gonna be
Listen to
tough
this
to
crew,
beat.
Phil, and you actually know
I
it.
know. He's gonna go
Right.
through. He's gonna go through tomorrow's
Number one,
chance.
we got one name here that doesn't fit the mold, but like you said, he's the beast. Joe Balbo, the scuttler.
Joe's.
He's the only one without the last name.
He's the top on there though. But you know something? They hung together. Their kids grew up together.
Right.
Joe's son originally was with years ago Sleepy's Artillery, and his son won a same boat race. So it was the Balbos, the Morrisseys, the Gigalonis. It was
Right.
like.
And you know what the Gigalonis and the Morrissey did? They said, we'll keep the best Belbo. And that's
Yeah.
why they have it. They have the best Belbo. That's the secret bullet in that gun. So you got Joe Belbo, the scuttler, Vito Gigaloni, the coach, senior. He
Yep.
is the glue behind it all.
Vito's great coach and one of the
And a good rower, too.
one of the
He was on the kids.
dirtiest players in the game.
Stop that.
You want me to give you a little history on
Yeah,
Vito?
give me a little
Okay.
history on Vito.
Here come the boats.
And here comes the boats coming around now, the bend. This looks like the Santa Maria. And this is Paul Gigaloni right now coming around the bend with ZFG. So Paul,
Santa Maria ZFG.
yep, Santa Maria. It looks like Paul Gigaloni. And this is Paul Gigaloni's the coach. Mike Harmon's the scuttler. You can see him standing tall, steering the boat to the start of the race. Below Mike Harmon, you have Paul Gigaloni, the coach. The lead oarsman, you have Peter Mondello, Vincenzo Terranova, Jared Morris, and Gilbert Brown, Peter Taramina and Sam Taramina, Alex Rotolosi, Kellen O'Malley, Jerry Shimataro, and JJ Bellazola, the Santa Maria. So it's the first boat to make its appearance, and there it is, a Seine boat that's going to row a half a mile out. The scuttler is going to turn him around the flag in a half a mile back. The first one to hit the beach and it comes to a stop wins the race, Phil.
I can tell you right now, I'm getting ready, because I've been there. It's like you're so nervous. You turn the corner and you see all these people and you just want to go back. You don't even want to, I just want to go home. The beach is packed. This race is going to be, I think
low
this
tide,
is,
Phil. Look at this beach.
it's dead low tide, it's flat calm, but I can guarantee you they don't start right away because the two coaches, Paul Gigaloni and Andy Orlando, they like to play games.
Mind games.
Joe just wants to go. Each crew's going to try to get a quarter boat lead.
Right.
Quarter boat lead is nothing.
Right.
But
well, quarter boat's the lead. Now let's get back to Vito Gigaloni Sr. You saying
I'm going to tell you a story.
Let's hear it.
I'm going to give you a story because I got some good stories. 1998, I'm with Staying Alive.
1998, you were.
I'm with Staying Alive.
I thought you told me you were 25.
25 years old?
Yeah.
I wish I was 25. I wish I was 25. But in 1998, Staying Alive, we got through Wednesday, we went Saturday. Now we're racing Die Hard, the defending champs. Vito's on that crew. Vito's a rower. We go down the dock, and everybody knows we have to pick oars. Everybody gets to pick their own oars. Well, Die Hard, lo and behold, funny how they did it. They had oars, really good oars, hidden under a dock. So they came over with 10 different oars. Well, guess what happened? We smashed them by about 10 boats.
That's how you do it.
And that's it. You know, it's called karma.
Oars don't
It's
matter.
called karma. But you want to know something? Never had a problem with it.
Where'd you hide your oars?
Because if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
So
We didn't have to hide
for the
ours.
kids to hear, Phil. There's a lot of kids. There's a kid here. There's kids left. You don't cheat.
If you ain't
Phil?
cheating, you ain't. In this sport? No, in this sport, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Back in the day, the fishermen just dropped off the fish, the nets. They didn't do anything, and that's it. They rode out,
No,
rode back.
in the world, the same. But if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Simple as that. You want
And
to
the
get
kids, that's
you
not-
want to get
that's
every
not
edge.
okay.
Well, back in the day when they used to hang 5-gallon drums under the boats, and you have to jump off the boat to
Phil,
make sure you
can't
went
give all your
hanging.
things, like the time you come, they put a hole in their boat, and you did it the night before, so
No,
it got
I
water
never-
inside of it.
they
You
used
told
to-
me that story.
No, they used to grease the side of the boats because they thought it would
All
make them
the
go
truth's coming
faster.
out now, Phil.
Things are happening.
It's
You know.
all tainted. It's like Major League Baseball during the steroid issue with the home runs. Now you're saying
We never had a steroid
I'm
problem.
not saying that. I'm saying you guys did grease on the side of the boats and you
Well,
put holes into the boats and
We had an
this
electric.
and that.
We had an electric pump in the boat one year because
See,
we were
now,
taking all over with
kids,
electric pump.
kids, you win by being fair, not like Phil and doing this stuff. Okay, that's it. All right, Genie Phil. Now we're gonna have to go back. Anyway, let's get back to the champs. Okay, Vito Gigaloni, Joe Belbo, and I got Vito's back. He has more titles rowing and being the coach than anybody.
Does he?
Number one.
Does
he
he?
has
Really?
to have. He has. It's either him or
Did
Joe
not-
Belbo
did
on the
not know
same
that.
boat.
No,
We were
I
just
did
saying
not know
that.
Vito's another iconic guy, going all the way back to the kids. He's one of the original kids.
Vito Gigaloni was too.
Yeah, Vito.
Right.
No, Joe Belbo. No, Joe Belbo wasn't an original kid.
Yeah, but Vito was
Vito
too, right?
was. Vito wasn't
Yeah.
that central grammar.
they were together.
Vito, great. You know something? Great person.
Right.
One of the good guys.
Right.
Really,
and
one
and
of
the
the good
kids
guys.
probably would have won a fourth if not. It wasn't just for Desire stopping them, but there was a little bit of turmoil on the boat. They had actually too many good rowers, and they ended up not making the right mix with the right 10.
You know what? It is what it
Lost.
is.
It isn't what it
It
is.
is what
but
it is.
It isn't what it is for them because they could have had 6 in a row. But whatever.
Well,
So let's go to this
wah.
boat. The champs, 2017, 2019, the merger. You got Vito Gigaloni, the coach, Joe Belbo, the scuttler. In the lead oarsman, Dylan Morrissey, Chris Gigaloni. Second seat, Vito Gigaloni, Clayton Morrissey. In the third seat, Rob Morrissey, Mike Mitchell. You throw in a Mitchell.
Yeah.
There it is, but he's a beast.
Oh.
Nick Gigaloni, Joe Gigaloni, and in the bow, Mark Gigaloni and Seth
So
Morrissey.
yeah, so you don't
That
need
boat is
a you don't need a lot of paper to put down the names of the members. You just put
Right.
Morrissey, Gigaloni, Mitchell, and that's
right,
it.
that's it. And Mike Mitchell
And Mike-
he has the most titles of anyone maybe in the last decade because he was on Chaos.
Yeah, he was with
jumped ship
Chaos.
at the perfect
Yeah.
time. Has he lost a race other than
Yeah,
2018?
he wanted to go row with his best friends, his Gumbardis, and there's never
Well, I think
anything
he
wrong
saw
with
the
that.
writing on the wall, Phil.
No, because I think Chaos is always
The
going
other
to be
boats have
competitive.
arrived beyond the
Here comes another boat. Let's see who's coming in here. You have one. Let's see who we have. We have all 3 boats are out on the race course right now just hanging out. I do know that Chaos is in the Pinta. You have Joe Novello, they call it the coxswain or the coach. Timmy Oakes, the scuttler. Eric Dombrowski, Jay Hillenbrecht, Tom Conrad, Mike Tarantino, Brian Dury, Nick Drea, Joe Sands, Jeremy Abreu, Matt Drea, and Janda Ricky Munn. So we know ZFG is in the Santa Maria. We know Chaos is in the Pinta. So that leaves Why Not Us in the Nina. So the Nina, Why Not Us? Andy Orlando, the coach. Tony Frontero, the scuttler. Steve Totoni, Alex Militello, the lead oarsman. Ricky Melanson, Mike Guglielmi, Jay Prince, Martin Christian, Trevor Atkins, Mike Galante, and in the bow, Calvin Spencer.
And there's your third boat.
Lenny Belanti.
There's your third boat. That's the Andy. That's Why Not Us coming in.
Up for the Seine boats. You can see the Greasy pole walkers are on the pole. The Seine boat walkers are getting. The Seine boat rowers are getting ready to line up.
Let's hope for the
beach full.
Yeah, let's hope for the sake of the crowd we have a nice, fast, quick start.
So just to run through the Seine boats quickly, guys. They're gonna all be starting, lining up side by side, 3 boats. You have the Pinta, the Santa Maria, and the Nina.
It looks like
in the Pinta you have Chaos.
Looks
in
like
the Santa Maria you have ZFG. And in the Nina, you have Why Not Us. We'll tell you where they're lined up in a minute.
I think I can tell you right now.
Closest to us is the Santa Maria, the closest to the Greasy pole, which would be ZFG.
I can tell you right now what flags they have.
What's that?
I believe ZFG is going to have the white flag. Blue flag is going to be Chaos. Why Not Us? It looks like they're going to line up over here with the red flag.
All right, give me that again.
It looks like that right now.
Okay.
I think Andy's going to have to go inside the 2 boats and come over here. So it looks like ZFG is going to have the white flag. Chaos is in the Santa Maria, right? So
Chaos is in the Pinta.
Oh, Chaos in the Pinta. Let me see what we have here.
Zany's in the Santa Maria.
Okay.
Chaos
Why Not Us is in the Nina. Okay, so what they're going to do, they're going to line up side by side. 3 boats. The coach, also known as the
Chaos
coxswain.
Blue flag.
You're going to have a judge in the water.
The Pinta over there? Way
the
over
judge
right?
in the water is going to point at the boat to the left, which will let you know who it is. And if the coach puts up his arms, he says we're ready. That means 2 arms up, almost like a touchdown in football. Then they go to the next boat. If the coach puts 2 arms up, they're ready. Then they go to the next boat. If they put their arms up, it's a go.
All right.
But if at any point one of the coaches doesn't like what they see, what we mean by what they see is they might think
Chaos.
that one boat has a
It looks like
slight
Chaos
view
on
over
the
other.
white. Chaos in the middle. That's the Pinta in the middle, right?
So like Phil was saying,
because the other boat just went out there.
It's very important for the coaches to make sure that they don't give one boat the go if there's another boat.
No, that's the Pinta right there.
with
The
a
other
little
boat
bit
went
of a
out there.
lead.
I have to see what they're
So
doing.
it's very important for
They're
the
coming
coaches
back
to make
in,
sure that
so-
when they put their hands up,
That's right.
they might even have a little bit of a lead. So again, they're going to row a half a mile out. The scuttler, who's standing up with the oar, is going to keep a straight path a half a mile to the flag. All 3 boats have 3 different flags. They will turn around the flag and make their way back to the beach, a half a mile back. Whoever hits the beach first will advance to Sunday. The second place team will advance to Sunday against the merger in Championship Sunday. You have 10 rowers, 1 coach, and 1 scuttler. You need the 10 oars to act as one. If you have 1 oar that's out of sync, even just a little bit, that can act as a slowdown, almost like someone pulling a brake up on your car. That oar, if it's not in sync with all of the other 9 oars, making 10 as one, you're not going to go as fast as the other boats. You need to pull water and listen to your coach. So as you can see, they're getting real tight, and this is when they're going to start to finagle, Phil. This is when they're going to start moving a little bit of mind games. 1 oar could hit another oar right now, and this is when they're trying to get into each other's heads.
Well, let's see where they're going to line up.
There's no more friendships now, Phil.
Oh, no, friendships are over. Right now, it's like, don't worry. There ain't no friendships right now.
I can't believe you guys are getting along.
Hey, barely.
Listen, I made John who he is today. That's all I know.
All right, what are we looking at, Phil?
I'm trying to figure out who's lined up. I think ZFG and the Santa Maria, I think they're going to line up on the red flag. It looks like they're going to work their way around. Looks like they'll work their way around. Yeah, so it looks like Chaos is going to have the blue flag. But I think right now they're both trying to position themselves. So we'll find out in a second. If Chaos takes a few strokes, that means that they're going to have the red flag, but we'll find out right now.
Looks like Joe Novello is closest to the bridge, right?
No, Joe Novello's in the white. Joe Novello's got a white flag, I believe.
He's closest to the bridge, though, right? Is that him or no? Is he in the middle? Yeah, he's closest to the bridge. We got Paul Gigoloni's closest to us with ZFG.
All right, who's all the way over? Which boat is that?
I think the boat that's all Chaos is all the way over.
Okay, ZFG is red.
Chaos is blue.
Okay.
And Why Not Us is white.
Okay.
So we have closest to the bridge.
You sure?
Is going to be. That looks like Chaos, right? Phil, yep. And they're at what flag are they?
Chaos is blue. Is that Chaos all the way over?
All the way away.
That's the Pinta, right? That's the Pinta?
Yeah,
okay, that's Chaos. That's Chaos, okay.
They're the blue flag.
Yeah, Nina's in the middle.
Closest to us is Paul Gigoloni, and Paul Gigoloni's ZFG. They're closest to us. What flag, Phil?
Yeah, the Pinta's in the middle. Chaos is in the middle.
Is that
the Nina, yeah, Andy is on the right. Andy's on the blue flag. Chaos is in the middle. ZFG, yeah.
So ZFG
yeah, so Joe Novello's in the middle.
ZFG, Chaos, and then Why Not Us? All right, we got it all set now. They're lining up, people.
So what we have right now, we have Paul Gigoloni. It's in the Santa Maria, ZFG. In the middle, Joe Novello and Chaos in the Pinta. And then you have Why Not Us in the Nina. So you have Santa Maria, ZFG, in the middle, the Pinta, Chaos. And then you have Why Not Us in the Nina.
And here go the games right now. Andy won't start a race until he has the lead. It's as simple as that. So Andy's going to have to move back. Jigger's going to have to move back. Joe Novello can stay right where he is. Joe Novello's going to tell them, come to him. Joe Novello's going to try to force their boats to be going backwards.
It's a smart play. So you can, in what Phil's saying right now, so Joe Novello is Chaos in the middle. Chaos, Joe Novello, veterans. This was a quote from Joe Novello before the race today. The competition is evenly matched. It's up in the air. There's a lot of great rowers out there. We need to remain focused. Clean race all the way through. There's no other better way to put it, and he actually said, good luck to all. Joe Novello.
Okay, here we go. I think we might start from here. Right now, the two boats on the outside have their boats moving forward a little bit. They want that momentum going forward, and I think we might have a good start right here. Watch for the coaches. You want the coaches to raise it. One's up. Andy's ready.
So you can
Jigger's ready. Joe Novello.
Joe Novello's back. He's way back. Nope, he's not giving this one a go, Phil.
See, Andy and Jigger are ready.
Hands up. So people, you can see in the bow, you can see it's called feathering. If you look in the middle boat right now, Joe Novello's boat, Chaos, the bowmen were feathering. So they're the only two allowed to take these two little strokes. And it's kind of to get the boat going, a little bit of momentum. The best analogy we can give, it's almost like in the Flintstones when they start to run and then the car takes off. That's what the bowmen are doing.
They're not really allowed to, but they do it and no one stops them.
Well, you said cheating and stuff.
Oh yeah, like I said, they're not supposed to do it, but they do it.
Be doing it, but
kids, listen to me. Listen to your Uncle Phil.
This is one of those uncles that you want to recycle. Okay. We love them, but you can't cheat. There's no cheating. That's it. It's not about that. You want to win fair and square, kids. There's no better way. So what's happened now is two coaches put their hands up. The veteran, Joe Novello in the middle boat said, nah, that's not happening. Both of your boats have a half a boat lead. The veteran, Joe Novello with Chaos, 2000, 2002, 2009, 10, 11, and 13. The last repeat champion, Chaos.
John, do we know who's captaining the unicorn down there? Can you see that?
The unicorn.
There's a giant unicorn.
Wow, that is amazing.
My money's on that guy.
I just saw that.
That's incredible. Corey, that's phenomenal.
I think that's a member of the Dabrowski family.
Only Corey.
I know they have a unicorn.
It's amazing.
All right, they're lining up.
Okay, so they're lining up again. We have ZFG in the Santa Maria. In the middle, we have Chaos.
Andy's-
And to the far right, we have in the Pinta, in the Nina, Why Not Us? Here they go. You can see the bowman of feathering.
Andy's gonna have
Arms
a
up.
boat lead. Andy's gonna
Yeah,
have a boat
Andy
lead.
has
Of
his
course he's
hands
ready.
up, and Why
Of
Not
course he's
Us?
ready. They're gonna
He
move
has
Andy
about
back.
a
Now
half
he's
a
got-
boat. You can see the bowman feathering.
Andy's got a boat lead now.
Yep. Andy has his
Arms
hands
up.
up. And Joe, yep, they have their
Joe
hands up.
Novello
ZFG,
again.
Joe Novello's like, I wasn't born yesterday, kids. I have more titles than your whole boat, Andy. Pull it back.
What was my prediction for the race? I said Andy and Paul Gigaloni would play games. Now, you know what's going to happen? They're going to get caught with their pants down
Joe's
by
gonna catch
Joe.
him sleeping. He's gonna pull him
Guaranteed.
closer and closer.
Guaranteed.
The master, Joe Novello. Chaos. Joe Novello.
Nicest,
legend.
one of the nicest people you'll ever meet,
Ever.
but don't think that he ain't going to get you if he can.
Oh, he's waiting. He's like Michael Jordan of this sport. He's waiting to just completely annihilate you.
Let's just say it. They're all dirty players.
Not Joe Novello.
No.
Not
he's
Joe
smart.
Novello.
Oh.
He's playing by the rules, and he's waiting for his opportunity.
He'll turn heel on you if he can.
Never. Not Joe Novello. Phil, you think everyone is like you? Gee, Christmas. It's unbelievable.
Were you called Phil Vader for a little while back in the day?
Why are you so angry, Phil?
What
What happened last
What
night?
anger? I have
Remember,
no
this is a
anger.
kid's show, so don't even tell us.
It's like the nature boy. Woo, woo.
Another guy that cheats. The nature boy, Ric Flair.
Listen, I'll admit it when I cheat. Some
Listen,
people,
you got to
some
win them
people-
fair and square. Okay, guys, they're lining up again. Enough about Phil. And they're
Andy,
lining up again.
Joe's
Like
gonna get
Mike.
them.
Phil's, look at Andy's already got a boat lead.
There's a lot of John back and
Oh
forth.
yeah,
Wow.
he's yelling
Well,
at
look,
Andy.
look at Andy's. Well,
I
Andy
know.
knows he needs at least 2 boat lead to
You
win
know,
this race.
Andy thinks he's even right now.
Right. Well, he knows. He knows his boat is at a disadvantage, no doubt. They're a good crew, but they're not as good as the other 2
They're
crews.
evening up now.
Watch what happens
Here it
now.
comes. They're going backwards.
Joe's
There
gonna
it
get him with
goes.
their pants down because he's going
So like Phil
backwards.
was saying,
Broken oar. Watch.
here it comes. Okay, there goes the bowmen taking their strokes. They're taking full lead strokes, and Why Not Us?
Jigga's gonna
Okay.
move up. All Jigga has to do is
now,
move up.
look at Joe.
Right
Joe's
here they
starting
can
to
go.
move 'em. They're
Yeah,
closer
yeah.
now.
Joe's telling his bowman, "Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Give me
Andy's
speed.
a little
Give me
closer.
speed."
Now Andy's not putting his arms up because Joe's like, oh, here we go. Here it goes.
All about Andy right now.
ZFG.
To the
Andy's
far
ready
right,
with-
Andy
Andy's ready with a
Orlando's
half a
hands
boat
are up.
lead.
Why not us?
Arms up.
Paul Gigaloni in ZFG in the Santa Maria.
He's not doing
nope,
this.
they're pulling
No.
it back
Doing it.
again.
No, Andy's.
Nope.
I'm going to tell you something. Back in the day when a certain person used to start these races, I won't say who, this crap didn't go on. So, but everybody knew what was going to happen because the 2 guys on the outside, which, hey, give them
In
credit.
defense of the guys, they do this once a year. They got to get it right. Why would Joe Novello ever put his hands up when they're about to turn the boat already?
They're doing what's best for their crew right now.
Absolutely.
They want the advantage.
Right. Why would he ever let his boat? He has almost a boat lead at the start. That can't happen.
The words of the great Ken Patera, win if you can, lose if you must, but always, always cheat.
Phil, it's not the message you want to give. Okay? It's not the message you want to give. People are losing respect for you. Your ratings are going down. Okay? It's about the kids. That's it. Nothing else.
Okay, let's get something straight. This isn't about the kids. Okay?
Absolutely it is.
This is about those.
These
This is about
guys
those
were kids
36 guys.
before.
This is about those 36 guys.
Right, but they were once kids. Okay, here they go. They're lining up again. Why are we
Try to
lining
get
up
even
so
with
much?
a unicorn, right? Is this what we're doing?
The unicorn's the only one playing by the rules.
Yeah.
The unicorn and Joe Novello.
I think the
That's
unicorns.
it.
I think the unicorns starting the race.
It's unreal. The unicorn is. So there they go. They're starting again. And like Phil said earlier, look at these boats are even now.
They're dead even right now.
Right?
Now,
Here comes
Andy.
Joe Novello.
Now, Andy
Watch
right
this
now should
stop
say
by
he's
Chaos.
ready. Right now,
But
they should
listen,
all say they're ready.
ZFG.
Okay, now they.
I like this boat.
There's no reason not to
I
start
like
right
this
now.
boat.
Yeah.
Here they go. Here they go. Now look who has the lead, Phil. It looks like all of a sudden
Joe
Joe Novello has
yeah,
them there.
Yeah.
They're even. You can see them feathering. Now they got 2 guys feathering ZFG. You can see 2
Oh, yeah.
guys feathering. 2 guys feathering in ZFG. Andy has his hands up. There goes
Jig
Paul
is ready.
Gigaloni.
Joe.
Now
Joe-
they're waiting on
Joe's
Joe
gonna get boat speed.
Novello.
Joe's gonna say,
Joe
"Let's go."
Novello's looking. He's getting his guys.
Nope.
You're going to see. He's looking. He's looking. Joe Novello in the middle, chaos, and he's pulling him back. And he's
Wow.
pulling him back.
And they're getting booed.
One more
Booed from the crowd.
time.
And
Joe
what should happen
Novello.
right now? I wish they had
But
a judge down there. A
Phil,
judge would tell them no more,
CFG had 3 guys rowing.
no more feathering. They should do that right now. No more
Right,
feathering.
yeah, I agree.
Now, who would do that, Phil? Would that be like Jimmy Tarantino? I've seen him out there before.
I did it one year.
Did you?
Yeah.
Get
When I,
out
when I
there.
started racing,
We'll cover for you.
They
No,
don't
go
pay
down.
me enough. That's why I don't do it anymore.
So what's happening here is there at the start of the race, you have the 3 boats. You have ZFG in the Santa Maria, Why Not Us in the Nina, and Chaos in the Pinta. They're trying to get an even start. So the coach puts his hands up, just like a touchdown in football. Then the next boat has to put his hands up, and then the third coach has to put his hands up. But why would the last coach or any coach put their hands up if one boat has a lead? And because of the current, because of that feathering the bowmen are doing, they're trying to get their boat getting some momentum. However, they're trying to get that edge, just like in any sport, that slight little edge.
I think we got to take a moment to appreciate the sights on beautiful Pavilion Beach today. What a great crowd.
Oh,
Great crowd.
A low tide, and look at this crowd on hand.
And you know
It's
what's funny thing?
unbelievable. We have look at the playground, Phil.
I know.
Loaded.
You know what's funny?
The harbor packed.
Let's listen to some of the comments from people who aren't from the city, have never seen this before. What's going on? Why is this happening?
Right. Imagine people taking a vacation
All right,
here.
here we
be
go.
Like, I'm gonna go to Gloucester. Then they see this.
All right, boys.
I think
Here
they're
we
going to have
go
to
again.
go
They're
now.
lining up again.
All right, Joe's
now
gotta
Joe
go
Novello's
move.
boat has a lead in the middle with Chaos feathering hard now. You have ZFG in the Santa Maria, Andy Orlando with Why Not Us in the Nina. Now you can see Joe Novello's
Yeah,
crew's
now
not
they're
messing
gonna have
around
Joe
anymore.
back down.
You guys want to take a lead? He's saying, here we go. They're not starting. Not even close. Not even close. They're almost at the Greasy pole shuffle.
I used to hate this. I just wanted to go.
Phil, that's it. It's part of the game, Phil. It's part
Oh,
of
yeah.
the game.
It's definitely part of the game.
I think the pole walkers might need a delivery soon.
Right.
A quick trip to the packy or something. It's a long
Right.
wait out there.
Right. Some of the pole walkers right now are not happy with
Yeah, but you want
this.
to know something? They can deal with it.
Phil, this negativity, I know a lot of counselors that'll look that
Deal with it.
I know, but you have
Deal with it.
to be more positive, Phil. Okay. Here we go. We have Chaos in the Pinta. Why Not Us in the Nina? ZFG in the Santa Maria. 2 out of 3 are going to make it tomorrow to face off against the merger, the champs. 2017, 2019. That was the last time we were here. 2019, when the merger took it down in a blowout.
All right, there's no reason why we shouldn't get off now. Everybody's played their games. Just line them up and let's go.
I'm saying we're going to get off now because I'm going to remain positive, Phil. It's going off now.
You might have
Okay,
to
we
bet
have
it.
ZFG. What flag are they going after, Phil, and ZFG?
ZFG's going after the red flag. Chaos in the middle after the white. Why Not Us in the blue on the outside? The blue's an advantage. Gives you a little bit of advantage because you don't have to worry about hitting anyone on the way out. The red gives you an advantage because you can go higher than the other crews on a windy day. But today it's flat calm. Nobody's gonna have to go high today. They can row their own straight course, what they like to do.
Right, and this week of practice, they have 1
All right.
week to
We're trying
practice.
again,
Here we
boys.
go. They're up. There they go again.
Jigger's
Andy
ready.
Orlando, the
Got
coach
one.
of Why Not
Jigger's
Us,
ready.
with the blue. He's going for the blue flag in the Nina.
Come on,
waiting to
Andy.
see if he puts his hands up. Waiting on Andy Orlando. The coach's hands are up.
Andy's
Now
up.
there they
There
go.
we go.
They're off.
Here we go.
There it goes, and there Joe Novello caught him sleeping, and you can see the explosion out of Chaos in the Pinta in the middle. In ZFG, also in the Santa Maria, both of those boats took off. And Why Not Us got not a bad little start.
Okay, you
not
know
a bad
something?
little start, but Chaos's boat jumped.
Why Not Us had a really nice start
They
the
did
other
have
night
a
too.
nice start. They did.
Chaos with a really bullet start right now.
Chaos's
So
boat literally jumped. I
Now-
think exactly what you said, Phil. They literally caught him by surprise.
They got him
And
with
here
their
they
pants
go.
down. Now he'll
10
maintain it.
rowers acting as one, rowing out with the scuttler standing up, steering the boat half a mile out. The coach leading the way. Half a mile out, they will turn that flag, Phil, and then they'll make their way back. A half a mile back, the first one to the beach is going to advance. The second one to the beach is going to advance.
I think the turn's going to be very important because I think this is going to be a close race all the way out. So let's see with the experience. I think Timmy Oaks, as far as the steerers go, is going to have the edge in this race. Not a big edge, but because, like I said, Mike's, if it comes down to steerers, those two boats have the edge. Tony doesn't have the experience, but you know something? Stranger things have happened.
Absolutely. So let's give you a quick rundown. We have in the Nina, Why Not Us, going for the blue flag. Andy Orlando, the coach. Tony Frontero, the scuttler. Steve Totoni, Alex Militello, Ricky Melanson, Mike Guglielmi, Jay Prince, Martin Christian, Trevor Atkins, Mike Galante, Calvin Spencer, Lenny Belanti. In the middle boat, which is Chaos the Pinta. Joe Novello, they're going for the white flag. Joe Novello, the coxswain, our coach. Timmy Oakes, the scuttler. Eric Dombrowski, Jay Hillenbrecht, Tom Conrad, Mike Tarantino, Brian Dury, Nick Drea, Joe Sands, Jeremy Abreu, Matt Drea, Janda, Ricky Mon. And then you have ZFG in the Santa Maria going for the red flag. Paul Gigaloni, the coach. Mike Harmon, the scuttler. Peter Mondello, Vincenzo Terranova, Jared Morris, Gilbert Brown, Peter Taramina, Sam Taramina, Alex Rodolosi, Kellen O'Malley, Jerry Shimataro, and JJ Bellazola. 2 out of the 3 that hit the beach first will advance against the champs, the merger. Vito Gigaloni, the coach. Joe Balbo to the scuttler. Dylan Morrissey, Chris Gigaloni, Vito Gigaloni, Clayton Morrissey, Rob Morrissey, Mike Mitchell, Nick Gigaloni, Joe Gigaloni, Mark Gigaloni, and Seth Morrissey.
I think right now what you're seeing is I believe Chaos in the middle's got a half a boat lead. I think the other 2 crews are battling for that second place, but it's a long race.
So we have Chaos up by,
I think Chaos up by about half a boat, and I think it's the same lead that they had at the start of the race. I think they haven't had a jockey. I think they're just maintaining.
Is he on the? Is cousin Dom on the boat?
Which cousin Dom?
Your brother.
On the judge boat?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's out there today.
Well, we should know that.
Listen, put it this way.
He's right up next to him.
Okay, let's get something straight. The judge boat's never right as anyway, and they never right anyways because they don't play the angles.
There you go again, negative Nelly. Okay.
They had us 1 year behind by a boat and a half coming home, and we were actually ahead by a boat and a half.
It's all about you again. Let's make it about this race, Phil.
Oh
Let's make it
God.
about the race, kid.
Do we have security around here? Boy, Corey, yesterday was so nice.
It was quiet, wasn't it? A nice quiet day out here at the beach.
It was just beautiful, and then all of a sudden, this one here shows up.
What do we have, Corey, in the binoculars? Do we have
Chaos?
Can we see it all?
Chaos still with the lead.
Chaos by half a boat, it looks like, as they're nearing the flag.
Chaos with a half a boat lead, 10 rowers, 1 scuttler, 1 coxswain, Joe Novello, the coxswain or the coach. And we have one of the great scuttlers of all time, Timmy Oakes. Eric Dombrowski, Jay Hillenbrecht, Tom Conrad, Mike Tarantino, Brian Dury, Nick Drea, Joe Sands, Jeremy Abreu, Matt Drea, and Janda Ricky Mon. Half a mile out. Let's turn that flag, boys. You'll see the boat start to turn.
I think right now we have Chaos.
They're going to make their way in, Phil.
Chaos, ZFG, followed by Why Not Us. But I think the Why Not Us and CFG, I think it's kind of a close race right now. But Chaos, I'll tell you what, Chaos gets to the flag first. They'll smoke them coming home.
Absolutely, Phil. And what's it like, Phil, coming home when you can see, you're looking at the beach, Phil,
and you're opening it up, and you know that there's no way you're going to lose. The only thing you can do is taste a good Bud Light. Wow. So all you can do is taste a good Bud Light, and you have a big smile on your face.
Here they go, a half a mile out. Chaos, Why Not Us, and ZFG. 2 out of the 3 will advance to championship Sunday against the merger.
All right.
Half a mile out.
Yeah. Chaos making their turn right now. Chaos on their turn.
Look at that.
Chaos with a big lead.
Chaos is turning already.
Chaos is going to look at this. Flag. We got to let's see what happens. They just the crew on the left just started, and the crew on the right just started. They're right next to each other. The turn's going to be huge.
Why not us going into the turn dead even? Who's going to come out of this turn, Phil?
Here comes Chaos. Chaos is going to come out with the lead. Chaos right now. Chaos out of the turn. Chaos got about a boat and a half lead right now. Look at this. Why Not Us coming right out with ZFG.
Wow. Why Not Us in the Nina. Turn the blue flag with ZFG. Pretty. Would that look like a dead turn?
It looked like a dead even turn between the two. Tony did a good job of getting them around.
Yeah. It looks like they went into the turn together and came out together.
Yeah, I think Chaos has a comfortable lead right now. Let's see what the other 2 crews have coming home. But Joe's not going to kill them right now. I can tell you exactly where he's going to ask for it. Halfway, and he's going to ask for it. He's just going to wait to see if the other crews try to make a move on him. Joe's just maintaining their stroke right now. And you know what? They're flying right now.
Right. So, Phil, just to explain to the crowd and the people watching, we have people watching from Gloucester, Mass, all the way to Italy here. across this whole entire world, we have people watching, and some people know what that means and some people don't. So what Phil means by make a move is, so right now they have 10 rowers with the coach saying, like, lay into the stroke, lay into the stroke.
But at some point, they might say, okay, give me 5 quick ones, Phil.
Give me 5. So they'll get 5 quick or 10 quick strokes to give that little boost. And what he's saying to Joe Novello cruising home, he only needs to come in first or second. He wants to come in first for a mental thing, Phil, and you know that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Win on Saturday, and if you can win big on Saturday, it gives the championship crew something to think about.
Is CFG dying out, Corey? It looks
like right now it's Chaos a little bit ahead, about a half or so in front of the Nina, which was Why Not Us. And ZFG has struggled out after that turn.
It looks like it. It looks like they're dying out, and that's the thing, is that it's important for the coach to keep them. It looks like ZFG is dying out, but we'll see. We'll see. But Chaos, no doubt, has a nice lead. But we in that boat. Let's talk about it, Phil. Why Not Us? I hope they don't die out.
You know what? They don't look like they're dying.
No.
They look like they're there for the whole
they
thing.
They win this race. Forget second
place.
They
have a motivation.
Absolutely. The underdog.
You screw someone over, it's called karma.
Exactly.
Sometimes,
even though you say you can do that stuff.
Right. You can't do it 3 days before.
You
can't do it 3 days before.
Oh, but you can grease a boat and cut a hole into a boat.
There's no rules.
Now there's no rules again. This is unbelievable, kids. But anyway, we have Chaos with a comfortable lead in the middle boat. Chaos in the Pinta. You have ZFG in the Santa Maria to the left, and you have Why Not Us to the right in the Nina. And it looks like Why Not Us and ZFG are going to battle it out for a spot tomorrow in Championship Sunday.
Chaos is just opening it up right now. They're going to enjoy the rest of the race. Joe right now is probably turning around watching the other race.
ZFG definitely made a move.
Yeah, ZFJ made a little bit of move.
Definitely made a move. And like I said, you might see Why Not Us die out here, but we're going to see. Because this is when veterans take over, Phil.
Yeah, you know something, they're a veteran, they're a little bit younger. They're a little bit younger, but you know something?
You can see ZFG's making a move. They pulled way ahead of Why Not Us. I would say it looks like they're up by about a boat.
It looks like they might be up by a boat. But you know what? Guess what? Short side of the beach. That's key. If Andy can catch them and get within a half a boat, short side of the beach. That's where you have your sandbar.
Here they come. Chaos in the middle in the Pinta. They have a comfortable lead. ZFG coming to the left in the Santa Maria. And to the right, you have Why Not Us in the Nina. Why Not Us make a move and catch ZFG? At this point, you got to go all out.
Chaos is just nice and smooth stroking.
This is an impressive win for Chaos because they have a couple new rowers and a lot of people counted them out.
Chaos is back. 2000, 2002, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2013, 6-time champion Chaos. And here comes ZFG.
Yeah, Andy, Why Not Us has some guys that are struggling right now.
Has some work to do, and it doesn't look like it's happening this year. But ZFG is making a move. They're making a move, and it's going to be ZFG in Chaos.
One last push from ZFG here.
Yeah.
ZFG made a big move.
Joe's just going through the motions right now.
In Chaos. Chaos, a comfortable lead, about a boat and a half.
That's a two-boat win.
Solid two-boat win for Chaos. ZFG coming in, knowing what they need to do tomorrow, and a good race out of Why Not Us. They need to make some adjustments, but not a bad showing for Why Not Us.
Yeah, no,
not at all.
Good showing for Why Not Us.
Not at all.
That's an impressive win for Chaos.
For Saturday, they're going to advance to Sunday. We have Chaos, Joe Novello, Timmy Oakes, Eric Dombrowski, Jay Hillenbrecht, Tom Conrad, Mike Tarantino, Brian Dury, Nick Drea, Joe Sands, Jeremy Abreu, Matt Drea, and Janda Ricky Munn. And then ZFG, Paul Gigaloni, Mike Harmon, Peter Mondello, Vincenzo Terranova, Jared Morris, Gilbert Brown, Peter and Sam Taramina, Alex Rodolosi, Kellen O'Malley, Jerry Shimataro, JJ Bellazola, Ed Vanson to Sunday. What do you think?
That was an impressive win.
Yes.
I was very impressed by Chaos. They bulleted it out of the start. Joe did exactly what I told you he was going to do. He got them with their pants down. Play games, but he was smart enough to know they keep playing the games. Now, the more you do it, the more you're not paying attention to what you're doing.
Absolutely, and we could have the Greasy poll starting quickly, so we'll just say till Sunday we're going to have the merger, the champs, ZFG and Chaos. And the greasy pole could start at any time.
All right, so Phil, we'll see you back in a little bit.
Yeah, I'll be back here for the junior races, and I'm going to go try to get a little information from some of the people involved in the junior races, find out a little bit more about them.
Sounds good. All right, thanks, buddy.
You need this one?
All right, folks. Corey back with you. You just saw Chaos with a 2-boat victory over ZFG. And both boats will advance tomorrow to face the merger. We're getting ready for the Greasy Pole walkers as well. We got 44 walkers today. All right, so John, you want to hold this for a second, and I'll get our list out. That was a pretty cool race.
That was a good race. It was a great race. All 3 boats. You gotta, and like Phil was saying, why not us? Having guys leave the crew 3 days before. They had an impressive race as well. Young crew too. But now we're on to the Greasy Pole. So we're just getting some of our papers situated here.
All right, folks, we're going to be led off by Leo Canavo. He was yesterday's champ, and today's walkers are playing for the right to be part of the Champions Day, which is Sunday here. So we got 44 walkers today. We'll do our best to keep in track of everyone. We're away from the PA system, so sometimes if there's a delay or if we lose a walker along the way, we just ask for your patience. We cannot see the comments on Facebook or YouTube, but we appreciate the help. But we'll do our best here. But we can tell you our list of walkers today. We've got Leo Canavo leading off, Frank Taramina, Jack Russ, Ross Carlson, Joe Brancaleone, Scotty Amaro, Anthony Novello, Peter Vavazza III, Scott Squiggy Lane, Frank Pacheco, Dom Giovinco, Bobby Montanero, Dom Novello, Mark Corrigan, Ryan Barrett, Mark Fernandez, Sean Kennedy, Ian Kennedy, Jody Young, Ken Azaro. Oh, and there we go. That was Leo.
Already, Leo Canavo, Friday champion 2022. Tremendous, Leo Canavo.
All right. Frankie Taramino will be next here. Let's finish off our list. Ken Azaro, Jack Nicastro, Tyler Parisi, Sean Doan, Josh Gove, Tom Malloy, Brendan Malloy, Mike Whitney, Marcus Catone, Mike Oliver, Rick Muse, Mark Smith, Jason Ladoff, Joe Mosiri, Larry Scola, Doug Massey, Nico Scali, Ryan Muniz, Anthony Shimataro, Colby Mitchell, Jared Martin, Josh Oliver, John Philpott, Tim White, Robbie Lowe. So we just saw Leo. There goes Frankie. Oh, that was not bad.
Frankie Taramina, another great walker. There's a lot of grease up there, Corey, right now. A lot of grease.
Yeah, we'll see if anyone takes a swipe.
Oh, no. There's going to be some really good wipes, people. There's a lot of grease on that pole right now. And you can see that pole bouncing. 45-foot pole, Corey.
You were mentioning Ross before the broadcast today. One of your favorites?
Jack Russ, the next 3. Jack Russ, whoa. It is slippery. Jack Russ, Ross Carlson coming up now, and right in a row, Joe Brancaleone. These 3 right in a row are going to be tough. Actually, the top 5 are going to be tough.
Yeah, we're expecting a quick one today, folks, but you never know. Yesterday's win 3 rounds, and the second walker was Leo Canavo. So we'll see where we're at right now.
So we have next up Ross Carlson. He's a fast walker, and he's a really good walker. So getting halfway right now is like crazy. It's like hitting a half-court shot in basketball. It's pretty tough to walk halfway. It is so, the grease is, you're literally walking into 8 inches of grease. They have banana peels, Corey, apples, like legit on the top.
Well, that's the way we bless things around here.
Right, no doubt about it. Some of them will either actually grab them out of the water and eat it. They're so hungry. But it is biodegradable grease, right?
Yeah, it is. Right. Absolutely, yeah.
There's no other way. So here comes another one. We got Joe Brancaleone, almost halfway. So right now, there's so much grease right now. 45 feet. If you can get out even close to halfway, it's a great walk. Next up, I think we have Scott Amaro.
Veteran.
He's been walking for like 30 years at least. So we'll see what Scotty has. Does he have one in him that he can take down that flag this year?
Ooh. Ding dong.
He bit the pole a little bit. That can be a jaw. And you see there, you have the police are there, the Coast Guard's hanging out, there's been situations that they had to pull people up. The other walkers will remain in the water just in case, looking out for each other. Because, Corey, there's been situations of guys getting knocked out.
Yeah, the Harbor Master's out there. It's a big drop for the walkers today. As we see Anthony Novello, not bad. So if you're just tuning in, this is the courtesy round. All 44 walkers get one pass at the flag. You cannot touch the flag in this round, and then after that, first come, first serve for the right to walk tomorrow.
Absolutely, 45 feet out, and you have the Italian flag at the end, and you have to grab it. It's nailed into the end, and it's nailed in well. There's been people go to the end, and then, oh, here we go, another walker.
Wow.
I hope he made it off the platform.
Barely.
I think he fell on the platform. But
Pete Favazza.
Peter Favazza, good job getting off the platform. That's one step. And then we got Scott Squiggy Lane. He's usually good for 2 to 3 steps, Scott Squiggy Lane. We just hope he gets off the platform. Scotty Squiggy Lane, gotta love it. We're gonna count the steps of this one, people. We'll do this once in a while, a little game, and see if we can get the steps right. Scott Squiggy Lane. Sometimes if you blink, you'll miss him. That was Brian Parisi. There he goes. 1, 2, 2. There it is. The 2-step belly flop. That's it right there.
2-step Squiggy.
That's it. Brian Parisi still leads the league with a half a step.
That's going to be hard to break.
That's it.
You'd have to pretty much walk off the pole to
And I think that's what he did every year he walked.
All right, Frankie Pacheco.
Frank Pacheco, another good walk. He's not a bad walker. He's a faster walker, and there he goes. He's a good walker.
Whoa.
Halfway. Frank Pacheco, he's one to watch.
All right, Dom Giovinco.
We'll see how Dom does. I'm not sure if this is. I'm not sure of this one right here. We'll see here how his walks. Oh,
Ooh.
That one was a little bit shaky. But you know what? He's out there, so people can say what they want. When they see someone take a step and go off, they're up there.
Well, you got the Harbor Master under the.
Bobby Montanaro.
Woo! Montanaro with a good one.
That's actually he's another walker to watch. Is Bobby Montanaro. He's been a good walker for years. And he's young, so he's another one to watch. And next up is Dominic Novello.
Yep. And you see Harbor Master, Coast Guard, and police being super cautious out there today around the pole. Like we said, it's low tide. It was 3:30 this afternoon. It's a big drop. Think of that, folks. That's halfway up the Green Monster.
That's ridiculous. And then when they got to climb up that ladder all the way back, there's barnacles all over the ladder. That's one of the hardest things about low tide.
And tomorrow, John, even lower, 4:30.
That's ridiculous, that drop. I didn't like low tide, but I didn't like high tide either, because then you have to swim at like a quarter of a mile in.
Yeah, good point.
So I kind of would rather have the drop than the swim. Oh no! Was that Dominic Novello?
Yeah, I think so.
Dominic Novello just ate biodegradable grease. Thank you. Wow.
He's all right. Gave a wave.
Then we have Marky Horgan. What a great kid. He just had his first child not too long ago. But Marky Horgan, he's just an athlete, this kid, and he's the type that can easily take it down. He's good at pretty much anything he does when it comes to athletic ability. So people might not talk about him when it comes to this stuff, but next thing you know, he grabs the flag and they're talking about him. Just like yesterday's champ, Leo Canavo, Friday champ, 2022.
Morgan's locking in. Oh, quick one.
The athletic ability goes out the window sometimes when you step on an apple.
You might need that to recover.
Right.
All right, Brian Barrett is up. Brian's wife, Sam Frontiero Barrett, was with us yesterday in the booth. Nice. She was fantastic, man. We miss her. We're trying to get her tomorrow. So we'll let you know about that. I can tell you, if Brian wins today, we will not see Sam tomorrow.
No, definitely not.
Oh.
Next up is going to be Mark Fernandez. So remember, like Corey was saying, this is a courtesy round. 45 walkers just doing their thing with most of them are dressed up. And there he goes. Mark Fernandez. Not bad. 45 walkers, they all get one walk. You can't take it in the first round. Second round, it's a free-for-all. Leo Canavo got it yesterday. Whoever gets it today goes to Championship Sunday.
Hey, John, how about some Irish walkers, just to mix things up a little bit? Let's go with the Kennedys.
Right, Sean Kennedy and Ian Kennedy, back-to-back.
Whoa.
That was a good jump. And now you have Ian, his brother. Sean's the older brother. That was a good job by Ian, letting the older brother go first. Now Ian's the younger brother. Two athletes as well. Gloucester High School athletes. And there goes Ian Kennedy. Good walk over halfway with the shimmy, shimmy Cocoa Puff.
That was the best costume show off so far.
Yeah, I like the pink. He would look good on that, what do you got over there? The unicorn.
Yeah.
Jody Young, a good friend of mine. He came back out after a 2-year layoff from COVID here, and he's walking. Jody Young.
He's eyeing the flag. Uh-oh.
There he goes. Yeah, that one might have hurt the kneecap. Next up, you got Ken Azzaro, another good walker. And congratulations to Chaos and ZFG advancing to Sunday against the merger in the same boat races.
And we'll be back here tomorrow starting at 4 p.m. Eastern.
There goes Ken Azzaro. Next up, we got Jack Nicastro. We're all cousins. So Jack Nicastro, we'd always like to see a Nicastro take down the flag. Why would we not?
I missed out on my Nick Kookaroo yesterday, John.
We all have chances. Is this some way someone grabs it? We're gonna be related somehow, unless a Medigani gets it. That's the only way we won't.
I might be closer related to you than half the Kookaroos.
Absolutely. Here we go, Jack Nicastro looking at the flag. They're giving the little chance out there. Muggy Samo Dute moved, and there goes Jack. Oh, there's a back bender, flip flopper. That one hurts a lot in the bum bum. Next up, Tyler Parisi.
And the harbor master just coming in for a check. Yep. The Jack gives away from the water. He's all right.
Next up, Tyler Parisi. On deck, Sean Doan.
I wonder how much Bud Light it takes to absorb a hit like that.
Oh, a lot. Before and after. And then when you hit that water, it's so cold right now, they're going to wake up quick. Oh, that one did that. Oh, God. That was a big drops.
Took some grease with him.
Yeah, you can see. Look at half of the flag. You can see half the pole now. The grease is now, it's still slippery as can be, but half of that 6 to 8 inch grease is gone. Do you have a Sean Doan, is it?
Yep.
There goes Sean Doan. I coached him on the East Gloucester Vikings. We took a title down. Good job, Sean.
We've yet to see that 3/4 pole walk yet.
Not yet. You're going to start to see him. A Josh Gove, a flip flopper.
Ass over tea kettle.
Right, that was a great one. That definitely gets a 9 in the stunt category.
Was that the Flying Santa?
That was unbelievable. I think I saw that in, the back to school with
the Triple Lindy?
The Triple Lindy.
The Rodney Dangerfield?
That was tremendous.
What?
Right, there it goes again. Josh, no, that was Tom Malloy.
We got another Malloy coming up.
We're over halfway.
All right, Brendan Malloy, folks.
We have Brendan Malloy. Next up is Mike Whitney. While we're waiting in between here, we have Peter Black Frontero. Let's talk about him, Corey.
Wow, let's do it. The GOAT.
Wow.
We're hoping, their fingers crossed. He may.
Crazy day.
Mike Whitney up next, and Marcus Catone on deck,
Amazing
another
day.
East Gloucester Viking.
Yeah, there's an outside chance that Pete Frontero may be joining us in the booth today. Fingers are crossed for that. And he'll have all the inside information. No one has won the pole more than Pete.
Well, Selvey Benson, but not with the way Pete did it.
Right.
Peter Frontero only walked on Sundays. There was no Friday, Saturday, Sunday for him because he walked for his dad in 1958. Marcus Catone's coming up now. He walked for his dad, who was a champion in 1958 Saturday, 1963 Sunday. And Peter Black Frontero walked for him in 1984 for the first time at 14 years old. And here comes, I believe, Marcus Catone. Next up, Mike Oliver. On deck, Rick Muse with a question mark, so we'll see if Rick's up there. But Peter Black Frontero, 1984 on a Sunday for his dad. Then won it in 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. And then he won it again in 2004. 9-time champion, all on Sunday.
We were there for all of them, John.
Wow. And he was the best.
Whoa.
And there goes, I believe that was Mike Oliver and Rick Muse maybe up right now. And Mark Smith on deck, another big athlete. So, 9-time champion. Selvey Benson, won it in, has 10 titles, won it in 67, 68, 69, and 71, all Saturdays. They could walk Saturday and Sunday all the way up until 1974. So you get two tries. And next up, I believe, is Mark Smith, tremendous athlete at Gloucester High School back a few years ago. So Selvey Bunsen won at 67, 68, Saturday, Sunday. He won at 69, 71, Saturday, Sunday, 72, 73, 74, and 79. Mark Smith. Mark Smith, great athlete right
That's
there.
our walk so far.
That's one to watch right there. Next up, Jason Ladoff, another Gloucester athlete. Up next, Jason Ladoff with Joe Mo Masseri on deck. So Selvey Benson has 10. He's the all-time champ, but he could walk Saturday and Sunday. Don't take any of those titles away from him. Next up is I believe it's Joe Mo Masseri with Larry Scholar on deck. So Joe Mo Masseri. So can't take any of Selvey Benson's titles away from him, but when they talk about the all-time great Selvey Benson and Peter Black Frontero, 10 and 9 titles, but Peter had 9 on Championship Sunday. And he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row.
Tough to compare those errors, huh?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And you have other great walkers back in the day. So I think we have Larry Scholar coming up right there.
Oh boy, he did the elbow drop.
And I think this is Doug Marcy. And we have 9 more walkers before the courtesy round's over. So Doug Marcy, I believe, is up. And so Anthony Mazza Giamunco, God rest his soul, he had a championship in 1975, Saturday, Sunday. Next up is going to be
Nico Scali?
Nico Scali, that sounds right. So 75, Saturday, Sunday, Anthony Mazza Giamunco, 77, 78, and 85 titles. And there goes Doug Marcy. Next up was it Nico Scali? Ryan Moniz right here? I think this is Ryan Moniz. Ryan Moniz coming up.
Got a little roar from the crowd when they announced him.
Yeah, I think that is Ryan Moniz. Ryan Moniz.
Halvesies.
You know what? With a chair like that on an Italian beach overall, I think that was Anthony Shimataro.
Could have been.
Next up is Colby Mitchell. I think it's Colby Mitchell right here. And now we have Jared Martin. So other great walkers that are going to be walking on Sunday is Stu McGilvery. He won it in 2004, Friday, Saturday. And then he won it again in 2008, 9, 10, and 12. 6-time champion. So you have, I believe this is Jared Martin.
Yeah, and hang tight with us, folks. This may be real fast competition today.
Yes, you have especially the top 5 walkers that are coming out of the gate in round 2. So these guys cannot take it. It's the courtesy round. Another good walk. Oh, there goes that could be a broken rib. That could be a broken rib. Next up is Josh Oliver, trying to get to Sunday when we start round 2, going up against, wow, the kid that has won it, Derek Hopkins, back in 2000. Oh, no, he got the one that's, he got a little bit of a hit on the arm or leg. I think we're at maybe John Philpott here, number 42. We'll be able to tell now. Oh, they're waving, so there could be someone off. When you see there he goes. So John Philpott is the 42nd walker. Well, that's Timmy White. So that was Timmy White. Timmy White. So we're going to be down to the last walk here, Robbie Lowe. So they passed John Philpott. Timmy White just went. Now it's Robbie Lowe, walker number 44. The last walker of the courtesy round, and you'll hear a big explosion out of the crowd if they go into the top. Oh, that must have been, I think the order's a little off. They waved by someone. So that might have been Robbie Lowe right there. When you see the walkers waving their hands, like going forward or back, that means they're out of order a little bit here. But that could easily be the case, because up, there goes another one. And I can't tell you who that is because it looks like the order's messed up just a tad on our sheet.
I think this is the start of round 2.
There it is, and you'll be able to tell yesterday's champion.
So now we play for keeps.
There it is. Leo Canavo. Leo Canavo, 2022 Friday champion. Leo Canavo. He won it yesterday in the 3rd round, Corey. You were here. I was at my son's Williamsport game.
Yeah, it's finders keepers now. First to grab the flag. Shows up tomorrow.
Oh, nice walk by Leo. Good one. Leo, good walk. Frank Taramino, another good walker. These top 5 right here are great walkers.
Yeah, Leo's going to have to sweat out 43 more walkers if he wants to try for the 3-peat.
And you see him. He's going to stay in the water to help out his buddies, but he also knows it could get taken down. So here we go. Frank Taramino, the 2nd walker, trying to get to Sunday to go up against Derek Hopkins.
And Leo was a 2nd walker yesterday, and he won in the 3rd round.
Yep. And Derek Hopkins, 2019, the last time we had this, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday champion. Whoa, there goes Frank. Frank, a good walker. Another good walk for Frank. He said back, 2 good walks, and we have Jack Russ, another good walker. Jack Russ. It's for keeps now, trying to get the championship Sunday, the big payday, going up against Derek Hopkins and just a lot of champions. There he goes, Jack Russ halfway.
Didn't have a chance right from the gate there, John.
It's all about the start. You have to get a good start. Some of them start further back. There's a towel there to try to keep their feet as dry as possible. And then that first step is coming on grease. Some of them will start halfway back, so they're adding another 5 to 7 feet. So you have Ross Carlson.
What number are we on? 4?
Ross Carlson, really fast walker coming out of the gate. Ross Carlson.
You think Ross Carlson's going?
Ross Carlson, there he goes. He had a rough stop, and he caught himself. Ross Carlson. Oh, he just missed it. He regathered himself, too. He stumbled out of the gate. Corey, that was impressive. He stumbled out of the gate. Every year he does this.
Every Fiesta ends with a stumble to the finish.
Joe Braglione, Peter Black Frontero's picking. I'm going to say it was one of my 3 as well. Joe Braglione. He's come so close. He's touched the flag. He's grabbed the flag. He's done everything but pull it down. Joe Braglione. And there he goes. He's a fast walk. He's over halfway, 3/4 of the way.
Man.
Almost.
We're getting there.
Almost. The good walk is, though.
You can feel it.
Now comes Scotty Amaro.
We're old timers. You got to be sentimental here, John.
I would love to see Scotty take this down. Tootsie, does he have one in the tank? He's had some close walks through the years, but you're talking about a guy that's been doing this for 30 years. You got to just give him all the credit in the world just to be up there. That's it.
First step. He
just loves to be up there. Scotty Amaro just loves to be part of it. Anthony Novello. So far, the champ from Friday, 2022, hoping to get a 3rd round first walk. But he has a long wait. Because right now we have Anthony Novello, the 7th walker, 2nd round. Anthony Novello, 45 feet out to the flag. Grease still on it. You have about 1/4 of that pole that still has a lot of grease, and there goes Anthony Novello. Anthony Novello! There it is, Corey. You called it.
Wow!
That was a quick one.
That's
Anthony
it, kids.
Novello, your 2022 champion, advancing to Sunday. Anthony Novello, Corey. What do you think?
And the crowd is in a frenzy, John. You see the other walkers jumping off the platform. We thought it might be a quick day today, and it was.
You called it right from the start. You said it was going to be quick. And Anthony Novello, his first walk was like 2 to 3 steps maybe. But his second walk, he came out of the gate just
with a purpose.
Perfect out of the gate. He didn't stumble the whole way. Just left over right all the way through. He focused on that flag, and he went through the flag completely. Wow. Going to Sunday. He'll be the first walker tomorrow, Corey. is Anthony Novello, your 2022 Saturday champion. Derek Hopkins, 2019 champ. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Corey. He grabbed it second round.
Anthony Novello.
Novello. Yeah. He grabbed it. So Derek Hopkins, Friday, 2019, grabbed it. 2021, first walker, second round, grabbed it. 2019, Sunday, second round, Derek Hopkins, grabbed it. All 3 times he walked to the end of the pole like there was nothing on the pole, like he was walking on a sidewalk.
John, the Greasy pole was quicker than the same boat race.
Right. Right.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, incredible. Right, absolutely.
So now you've got you've got Novello's going to get surrounded by his fellow pole walkers. They're going to swim him back to shore, hoist him on their shoulders. He's got the flag in his hands. He's going to make the walk through the throng of people on Pavilion Beach, up Beach Court, down Commercial Street where the Greasy Pole Shrine now exists, and they'll make his way to the altar and then eventually the St. Peter's Club.
Absolutely. And right when he gets near the beach, you'll see someone hand him like an orange juice or something, and he'll put that down. He's very dehydrated, okay, and he'll get carried all the way down Beach Court, just like Corey said. And what a tradition and what a feeling that must be.
I will say one thing, John. I don't remember a pole where it took the other walkers this long to jump off the platform after. What's going on?
Right, they don't want to leave, Corey.
Yeah,
this has been 3 years.
Long enough.
This has been 3 years since 2019. They don't want to get off.
They don't want to get off. We had 37 guys today that didn't get a chance to walk it twice.
Right, I know, it's terrible. And the thing is, and with the Greasy poles, you can't practice. That's a rule. Is that if once you get on the pole for real on a Friday, Saturday, or a Sunday, you can't go up there and practice. If you get caught practicing at all, you're banned from the pole.
Really?
Yes, that's a rule.
Well, then we have to stay off social media, folks.
Absolutely, absolutely. So some of them don't want to get off. Your 2022 Saturday champion is Anthony Novello. Swimming to the beach. The good thing about this low tide, it's not as long as a swim. So far you have 2022 Greasy Pole champion Anthony Novello advancing to Sunday, Championship Sunday, and we have Chaos and ZFG with the same boats advancing to Sunday against the merger, the defending champs.
And our coverage will start again at 4 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow on Channel 12, on Bridge Cape Band's YouTube channel, on Bridge Cape Band's Facebook page as well. Share those events. They're in there. They can be shared right now so you don't miss it. You'll get notified when we're ready to run again. And that is the Day of Champions tomorrow. It's the last day of St. Peter's Fiesta. This is the 95th edition of the Fiesta. We've only missed a few years, COVID and World War II. So you can tell how much this means to the community this time around. I wish we could have been here a little longer with the Greasy Pole, but these guys are so good nowadays that we knew it was going to be a quick ending. It was. Anthony Novello was the 7th walker on our list, and that's when he went in the second round when you play for keeps. And he will get to walk tomorrow with the Sunday champs on what's the most special day of the Fiesta.
Right, and I get a text from Peter Frontiero seeing if he was going to make it here. He's at his daughter's softball game, but we would have loved to have the all-time champ here. 9-time champion, all on Sunday. Peter Black from Tero, winning it in 1984, 14 years old, walking for his dad, Joe Black Frontero. He won it, Peter Black won it 1984, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, and 2004. Peter Black Frontero. They're all trying to be him. Peter Black Frontero. Selvey Benson, also a 10-time champion. And then you have other greats. I've named them. Stu McGilvery will be walking tomorrow. 6-time champion, 2004, Friday, Saturday, 2008, 9, 10, and 12. He had the last three-peat was Stu McGilvery, 8, 9, and 10 on Sunday. We're talking 8, 9, and 10 on Sunday. Jake Wood, another all-time champ, 7 times. He was the first person to win the three-peat in
99.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 1999.
And John Anthony Novello just hit the beach, hoisted on the shoulders of the other pole walkers. He's got the flag raised high, and he's going to make his way through Pavilion Beach up to a beach court. And he got the splash party, and now let the chaos ensue.
Look at that, going up, being carried on the shoulders of the other walkers. You can see the flag raised high. Anthony Novello, your 2022 Saturday champion, going to the big championship dance tomorrow.
What a sight that is, going through all those folks down there, friends and family.
Unbelievable. What a sight this is, Corey. Look at the beach, the boulevard, the harbor, the playground. This is unbelievable.
And just a beautiful setting today here in Gloucester, Gloucester Harbor. A massive flotilla of boats, party boats, fishing boats, lobster boats, schooners, you name it. This is what we're known for. We got, inflatable unicorns, we got it all.
It's amazing. This is incredible. So just to get back, Jake Wood, 3-time Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He won it in 1999, the first time to do the three-peat Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But then he won it in 2002, 3, 5, and 6, a 7-time champion. But the champ, Derek Hopkins, 2019, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it's not about the 3 championships that he got. It's how he got them. He made it look like he was literally just walking on a sidewalk and just walked to the end of the pole. There was no hiccups in his step. If I didn't see this with my own eyes, people, I wouldn't believe it. But I saw it on a video that he walked to the end of the flat pole and then walked back before he got onto the pole in 2019, which he could practice before that. He would put the grease on the pole and he'd walk to the end of the pole and then walk back, all the way back. That is not even right.
Seriously, I mean, that is otherworldly right there.
If I didn't see it, I wouldn't believe it, but I saw it. It was unbelievable. I've never seen anyone do that.
So he's going to be a tough customer to beat tomorrow.
He's a shoe-in lock winner. Nobody can beat him.
Wow.
He's an automatic second round. He's going to win it second round. He'll be the second walker.
Right.
The only way he loses is if Anthony Novello does what he did today.
Wow.
And he doesn't give him an opportunity.
A lot on the line. I mean, to win technically 4 days in a row when you've been up on the pole, that's an incredible feat.
Yeah. But by everything we saw, I know it was 3 years ago and things can change, but there's no stopping this kid. He is a shoe-in second round for a second walker. He will win it tomorrow if he gets that second opportunity. So it's going to go fast tomorrow.
So now let's even say, okay, Hopkins is a shoe-in tomorrow. We know the walk is going to go really quickly. The courtesy round is going to be so fun because these guys are so good. You know how we were like hoping, okay, let's get the one guy halfway out there, 3/4 out there. Everyone goes out there and skates by the flag.
And their strategy, Corey. Some of these guys know how good some of these walkers are, so you're crazy to try to take off too much grease. But these guys have friends up there that will say, like, listen, dude, you know you can't win this. Take off as much grease as you can for me. And that's real. You know, because they know on Championship Sunday, there's so many good walkers, it's not going to third round.
Right.
No way.
Right.
You know? So they will, if you take off too much grease for some of these walk, they're going to go right through it like nothing. It's unbelievable.
So, I mean, tomorrow sets up to be such a fun day for us because not only is it really the biggest family day as Fiesta comes to a close and you have all the religious activities in the morning and the parade, et cetera, but we do have the men's same boat finals tomorrow, the merger, ZFG, and today's winner, Chaos. And then you've got the Sunday. It's just a day of champions and just a special day and night for all of us here in our community.
100%. You can't be any more accurate than that, Corey. It's just especially after like a couple years off, it's just great to be around family, friends, loved ones, and just enjoy each other. You know, the memories of the past, people that have passed on, you know, give some people that have passed and are not with us, just walking in their honor, rowing in their honor, walking in the parade in their honor, just so many different things that the Fiesta brings to us, just phenomenal memories when it comes to the Mass in the morning. Then we have the parade, the St. Peter parade, and then we have so many different festivities throughout the day. And yes, it's just a phenomenal day, Sunday. Championship Sunday there's nothing better than family, friends, and loved ones, and just enjoying it with each other. And I think we know that even more through this pandemic.
And you know what's been? Yeah, it's a great point, John, because the coolest thing about when the Novena began and the carnival got put in place for this year is that all the friendly faces, the familiar faces that we haven't been able to hang out with over the past few years, everyone comes out of the woodwork, everyone comes home if they've gone away. So that's pretty special to see. The Fiesta 5K is an awesome event nowadays. You and I were literally in the crosswalk at the finish line. That's where we bumped into each other.
Right. And I think I literally pulled a hamstring watching some of these people
They
run.
fly.
Are you kidding me?
And the kids fly. Like 10-year-olds are out there.
Like there was a kid, I'm coaching my son's Williamsport team, and I'm watching one of the, we had a practice. We practiced from 2 to 4. Then we come down here and he runs in the race and he finished in 22, 23 minutes.
That's right. I couldn't drive that fast.
Right? It's unbelievable.
All right, Phil, you want to hop in? So talk us through we got the junior Seine boat rowers are getting ready to line up, and we're going to Phil just at the table. John, if you want to stick around, we're just on the one mic or whatever you want to do. Hey, so John, thanks for everything, buddy. Bona Fiesta to you.
Make it tomorrow, but if somehow a miracle can be made, I'd love to be here. But
Yeah.
otherwise, we wish everyone the best. I'll be coaching baseball. Phil.
Thanks for everything, man. Thanks for everything, buddy. All right, Phil, welcome back.
You know something?
Yeah.
Do you have the names of these crews?
I do not.
Because I tried to get through the crowd and I couldn't get through the crowd, so we're just gonna have one. The only crew that I know of is the crew in the red, who are lining. It looks like they're right. Is the Renegades. I have no information on the other crews. I tried to get it, so I guess what we're gonna have to do is just go by the names of the boats.
Well, so what we can talk about one issue with the men's junior rowers. It's been a hard time getting teams together. Not unlike the women's. You know, the women's juniors, they've had plenty of teams, been able to participate. It's almost like that's growing faster than what the boys are now.
I'm going to repeat what I said yesterday. It's the participation trophy crowd. In fact, I heard a story about a kid that was going to go into seniors, and he asked, what do we get? You know what you get? You get your name on the trophy, okay? And that's it, okay? There's no nothing. You don't get a pin, and that's the problem we're having. The girls seem to have no problem getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, going to row, jumping back in the shower and going back to school. The boys, it just seems like they're lazy. Simple as that. People are going to get offended by I'm saying it, but you know something? That's the way it is right now. They'd rather have their faces stuck in a phone or in a computer and playing their video games. The Italian-American kids really have to listen to what I'm saying. We're going to lose the same boat races unless you guys get out here. Italian-American kids from fishing families, get out here. Keep the sport going. It's like we had a 64-year-old man rowing in the senior races today. He's not going to be able to do it forever. We need you young guys to get invested and get involved in it. There's no reason why the women's races are having 7, 8 crews and we can't get a bunch of men's crews together. So I'm not going to beg you, but I'm asking you, please think about it. Parents out there, push your kids. Get them into the boats.
And you know what, Phil, to that point, these senior races, men's and women's, and the women's junior, they're so inspiring. And you see the reaction from everyone, win or lose, once they hit the beach.
You get the reaction from people who have never seen it before. I bumped into a guy from Salem one time, watched the race. He said it was the most exciting thing he's ever seen. It's once a year. That's all it is once a year. So come on, boys. Get out here. Help us out. These older guys, they want to retire, but they can't retire unless you guys start filling the seats. Like I said, I'm not going to beg. I'm not going to embarrass you. But I'm going to call it what it is. It's today's generation of participation trophies. That you participate and everybody gets a trophy. That's not what this is about. This is about going to work, working hard, being with your friends, making friends, representing your family, especially your Italian and your Sicilian American kids.
And these are where, you know, our great-grandfathers, this is what they fished off of these boats, and then they raced from them as well. Pretty amazing. Now, I know, folks, I want to just say, if you're not from the area, if you're not used to ocean living or island living, these boats are going a lot faster than they may appear on camera. You're going up against the tide. You're going up against headwinds. You're fighting tailwinds sometimes. It's hard to steer out there. Like, there's a lot more going on. We're just not on like a flat lake in the middle of nowhere doing this. These guys are out in the ocean. They're going through lobster boats, fishing boats, the flotilla out here, party boats. So anyway, that's why what makes this all the more impressive to someone like me. I never did get out on a steamboat, Phil.
I remember the first time I rowed was when we had the old boats, which were a lot bigger than these, and it was only 8 guys, and it was closest thing to death you're ever going to feel when you're finally hitting that beach.
Like carrying a refrigerator on your back.
It was. Your forearms just tighten up, your body just goes. You hit the beach, you might want to jump up and down, you can't. Your body just goes on. I've seen guys being carried out of the boat because they gave all they want. There's no reason not to do it. These guys do it because they love. The guys have been doing it for 40 years. These guys want to retire, but they see the way things are right now. They can't retire. You got all the kids in high school that are playing all these sports, and even some of the local towns. We have no problem getting kids from local out of town to get here. Some people might. I don't, because if it's going to keep the sport alive, yeah. And
What goes on here now is they're just lining up, getting ready to go. They go half a mile off the beach here, and they can turn at a flag and buoy half a mile off, and they turn back, and the first boat to reach the beach wins. The boats are named the Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria. Naturally, we are an Italian community here. And I'll let Phil describe all the intricacies and the different facets of what the scuttlers are doing now as everyone starts to line up.
Yeah, the scuttlers right now, they're going to get their course. They have their flag. They know what flag, and they're going to pick their course. A lot of guys like to go high. A lot of guys like to go low. High is further to the left. Low is further to the right or dead on. It's important right now to keep your boat straight at the start of the race. You don't want to slip. You don't want to slide. You might lose a lead. And we saw how important that was in the men's race. Chaos jumped out to that start. They never gave it up. So it's important right here. I really don't know who's steering right now. I'm pretty sure they have good steerers though, because they like to have the veteran people going. I don't know the names of the crew, like I said, with the exception of the crew in the middle, who happens to be the Renegades, which is the namesake of the very first crew that I ever won with. So
that's back in '79, right?
1979, yeah. So this is going to be fun. I talked to the Captain Swan. I was like, wow, she told me, she goes, they picked up by themselves. They have no idea about 1979. So they're lining up right now. The crew on the left, the crew on the right now, they're pretty even. What you're going to watch is the crew in the middle is going to move their way up. They're going to try. All three boats want to have some momentum going out. You don't want to be in a dead stop, because that's how you can break an oar. So it looks like they're getting ready to line up. Okay, the crew in the middle. Right now, they're going almost even. I don't think they're going to mess around. She's ready. It looks like we're going to have a quick start here. I don't think either captain wants to mess around with this. They just want to get them off. All three crews are dead even. Looks like the Santa Maria on the left, the Nina in the middle, Pinta on the right. No, the Nina's on the right, the Pinta's in the middle. All right, here we go. The same gamesmanship we had in the men's race.
Just to recap what happened earlier in the men's senior eliminations, we had 4 or 5 false starts.
We had 4 or 5 lineups, and the 2 outside captains, Andy Orlando, Paul Gigaloni, which is what they do as usual. They try to get the jump, and Joe Novello in the middle just took his time, and caught them both with their pants down when he was ready. Now, the funny thing is, his daughter is the coach of the middle boat right now.
Oh, yeah.
Alexis is the coach of the middle. So she learned from him. And if I know Alexis, she's just like her father. She's going to take her time. She'll know when her boat's ready. That's the big advantage with the middle boat, because it's going to be the boat on the outside. Each side's going to raise their arms first. And then when the middle boat's ready, the middle boat has a big advantage.
So you'll notice that, folks. You're going to see the coxswain is going to raise his or her hands when they're ready to roll. When all three agree, when all those arms are up in the air, then we're underway.
Yeah, it's not like the old days when we had someone starting the race. And even, like, there was times when I was starting the race, I really didn't start it. Once that last crew has their arms up, it's like, let's take off. My basically job was there to judge it on the way home. Okay, I think the middle crew's going to move up. That's Alexis. Alexis is going to get her boat even with the other two, and I think we'll have a good start. But like I said, I don't know the names of the crew with the exception of the crew in the middle is the Renegades, so I'm just going to try to give you my best. I'll go by the boat names. They're dead. It looks like they're pretty even. This might happen. Yeah, it looks like it might happen right now. They're pretty even right now. I wish I knew who the captains were. I know Jerry. There we go. We got a good start. I know Jerry Shimataro is one of the captains. Alexis is a captain. I don't know who the other one is. But it's a nice even start.
And if you are chiming in on social media, Phil and I, we actually don't have a monitor. We can't see, and we're away from the PA system because we're coming at you from the tail end of the Beauport Hotel deck.
Yeah, we're doing the best we can. I can see I have a good angle inside the Greasy Bowl. We might lose sight of the crews when they get behind the boats. We're doing the best we can already do. Right now, we have it's a pretty even race. I think all these crews, I think they're pretty evenly matched. I think their ages are the same. We have a lot of football players. We have a hockey player team. Yeah. I know Jerry Shibatawa is coaching hockey. They're all hockey players. The crew on the left in the Santa Maria. The middle crew, I think, is a mix of football, hockey, and basketball players. And it's probably the same on the outside. So you know something? This is a start right here with these kids to get the sport going. Because what's going to happen is their friends are going to see this, and they're going to tell their friends, you know something, this was fun. And let's keep it going. Let's get back to the days when we had 13 junior crews, when we had to do time trials because there were so many crews. But this looks like it's going to be a nice race.
Pretty hot start.
Oh, yeah, a good start. And they're all, you know something, for juniors, they all got a nice stroke going right now. So that's the key to the race. Everybody knows it. You maintain your stroke, maintain your composure.
We want to say once again, tomorrow our coverage starts at 4 p.m. The men's senior same boat finals will start right around 4:45 or so, unless there's some more posturing and gamesmanship like we saw today, which delayed things for a little bit, but that's all right. And then we have the Greasy Pole finals. But first things first, this is the men's junior same boat finals.
I think from what I can see right here, I think the boat in the middle, the Renegades, is in the lead. It's a close race, but I think the boat in the middle is in the lead, the Renegades. They got a good start. Alexis did like her father did. Let the other two crews fool around, and then she caught them with their pants down.
They got that Novello savvy.
Yeah, God love her for it. She's a sweetheart. She said she wants to teach my daughter how to row next year.
Yeah, she's a great kid.
Oh, she's a good kid. Now I think it's kind of, I think they still have the lead. Not a lot, not a big lead. This is a three-boat race right now. But what's going to happen is you're probably going to see one crew maybe fade. The crew that's the younger of the crews will probably fade. Other two crews, I believe they're a little bit older. Well, let's see what happens. I know Jerry's a good coach. Jerry Shibatawa is a good coach, good teacher with the Santa Maria on the left. And Alexis knows what she's doing. She's been doing it for a few years. Looks like the boat on the right might be fading a little bit, but it looks like the Renegades in the middle have a nice lead right now. Hopefully we don't get any chop out there and mess them up.
And they are heading out exactly 1/2 mile from Pavilion Beach, where they will make the turn and head back to the shore. And the first boat to hit the beach is declared the winner. The winners receive the American flag. Second place gets an Italian flag. All three crews get a lifetime of memories from this.
Yeah, right now, looking at it, the angle I have, I believe that the middle boat, Renegades, has about a boat lead. I think the boat on the left, headed for the red flag, is in second place, and the boat on the right, I think they're in the Nina. I think they're in third place.
Yep. Looks that way to me. I got the binoculars, Phil.
And right now, the Renegades in the middle made a little adjustment on his course. Smart move. He was probably going a little too far to the right, but it looks like he made a little adjustment. But they look like they have a nice lead. And they're rowing a nice stroke. All three crews are rowing a nice stroke right now. But that crew in the middle, they're rowing a really nice stroke. All together, no one's spidering. The crew on the left, same thing. They look like they have a little problem on their non-turning side, but they'll fix that up. The crew on the right, they got a little bit of issues, but not much. I think all three crews are rowing for juniors, for young kids who have never been in a boat before. I think they're doing a heck of a job. And the crew in the middle, the Renegades, looks like they're opening up. They might be about a boat and a half. They should start turning well ahead of the other crews. But the crew on the right looks like they're a little bit closer than I thought they were.
All right, still a little ways from the flag where they'll start to make their turn and head back towards Pavilion Beach. You are overlooking Gloucester Harbor right now. Absolutely spectacular day here as we are on Fiesta Saturday, St. Peter's Fiesta, the 95th edition. This is the first Fiesta in 3 years now due to COVID. The only other time it's been paused before, World War II.
I think, right, you know something? I think the crew on the right, I think they made a little bit of a move. I think they moved up a little bit. I still think the crew in the middle has the lead, but it's tough from this angle. But I think the Renegades are still leading. The Renegades with the white flag in the middle. We'll be able to tell pretty shortly when the boats stop adjusting for their turn. Whoever you see the port side from first will give you a little idea. They're going. Well, their steerer's going head on. He's not going high at all. He's going dead on.
They're going to make a hairpin turn here, Phil.
Yeah, he's going to try to cut. He's going to try to cut the flag and come out wide on the right. It looks like it's kind of a close race.
Yeah, it's getting tight.
Yeah, we got a tight race now. Here we go. They're angling. It looks like the Renegades in the middle are starting their turn. There they go. The Renegades in the middle with the turn.
And the boat on the left coming right behind
Santa Maria is right behind them on the left-hand side. The turn is going to be huge in this race. They're both turning together. I know Alex Rodolosi is the steerer and the crew on the left. I have no idea who the steerer is in the middle. But they came out, the Renegades came out just ahead of the other crew. The crew on the right-hand side is well behind. They almost collided. Uh-oh. Well, I think we're going to have a dog race on the way home.
They might have high-fived oars on the way by.
Yeah. I think we're going to have a dog race on the way home. Here we go.
It does look like the Renegades are doing all right now.
Yeah, it looks like the Renegades might have a half a boat lead. They picked up the lead on the turn. They both, the crew on the left started right behind them. They looked like they were even for a little while, and then the Renegades looked like it came out first. But you know something? This is a close race. You got to see who has it coming home. Just get the lead. Alexis will keep them composed. That's the big thing right now. Keep them composed. If they have the lead right now, the adrenaline's going to take over. Once they see that boat behind them, adrenaline takes over.
Well, and the crews in the red and white lanes attacked the flag, Phil.
Oh, they did big time. Sometimes you turn early. I've been there where you turn it one stroke earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you want to go one stroke earlier. You want to make up for whatever you've lost on the way out, or you just want to beat the other crew. Just want to beat them to the flag. This is a dog race coming home.
All three have made the turn.
Yeah, right now it's the crew on the left and the crew in the middle on the red and white flags. Renegades and the Santa Maria on the left. I have no idea what their name is. I have to apologize for that. We tried to get the info, we couldn't get it. In fact, I'm going to tell you right now, the crew on the left and the Santa Maria looks like they just might have pulled ahead.
And we got a boat cutting through.
And it happens to be, at least the Coast Guard's chasing them down and saying, you know something, what are you doing? Because they're going to get a chop. And that's what's going to happen right now, the Samos. They're going to get a chop.
And it's going to hit that red lane first.
Yep. We got a dog fight coming home. I think the Renegades in the middle still have a slight lead. If they have a lead, it's not by a lot.
I think the Coast Guard just laid the wood down on that boat, Phil.
Yeah. Good. It's about time they do that. They should do that all the time. These clowns know that there's a race going on. Why are you going to go through? We got a great race here, folks.
It's getting tight. It might be Renegades by half a boat.
It looks like it's the Renegades by very little. This is going stroke for stroke. In fact, I think the Renegades, I think the crew on the left in Santa Maria took the lead. But from this angle, you never know. They're not going to quit. These kids are going to, their hearts are going to give out right now.
And the way the sun's setting today, these guys are going to row right into the sunset here on Stacy Boulevard.
Yeah. Oh, what a beautiful day. We could have asked for a better day. This is gorgeous.
We deserved a weekend like this for Fiesta.
Especially since last weekend, what was it, 40, 45, 50 degrees? St. Peter helps out. St. Peter comes down and looks and says, yeah, let's have a nice weekend.
All right. Oh, sorry.
Santa Maria on the left looks like they have the lead now.
And you see the boats are starting to make their way behind the flotilla, which is always set up behind the Greasy pole for bird's eye seating for the pole competition and the races. And it's a fight to the finish here. This is really cool stuff.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fight to the finish right now. Now I think it's the Renegades trying to make a push. And you can hear, you know something, most of the people down on the beach, they're going crazy. It's their parents. Parents jumping up and down. There's nothing better than having your mother and father on the beach waiting for you, hugging and kissing you and everything. It's the greatest feeling in the world.
You got family down there, you got classmates and friends.
Oh, this is great. Now we just lost them, but we'll see. We got a great race. From what I can see, we have a great race going here.
All right, time to dig deep.
Okay, the crew on the left, Santa Maria, looks like they took about a boat lead. Yeah, they won the race coming home. Jerry Cimitaro, the coach. Jerry knows what he's doing. Jerry's a veteran. He knows the sport.
And they made a sharp turn around that red flag.
They made a good turn. The Renegades made a good turn. It's just it looks like I'll bet you when we'll find out that the crew in the Santa Maria probably has a year or 2 years over these other kids in the middle. It's a little bit older. But you know something? Impressive. This was the first year together for that crew in the middle. They had never rode before. They had 10 guys that never rode before.
Hats off to all the participants. This is pretty awesome.
Yeah, they open up a 2-boat lead now. It's a cakewalk. Race is over. And the third place crew way behind. But you know something? They're going to finish the race. They got a little bit of pride. They'll come home, finish the race. Good race, though. This was a really good race. They have nothing to be ashamed of, those kids in the middle.
Here's a beautiful scene right here, Phil, as the boats touch Pavilion Beach.
Yeah, this is a great picture right here. Anybody's going to camera, you get a great picture with that sunlight off the water. Nice job, gentlemen. Great job, coaches. Great job, steerers. Great job, everybody. Happy about it. Proud to keep these kids involved. Let's keep it going. Let's get more kids involved. We don't want to lose the sport. It's a part of Fiesta. It's one of those big parts of Fiesta, and to me, it's just as big as the Greasy Pole. Everybody comes down to watch the Greasy Pole, and I understand that. I was a walker. I'm split between them, but my heart is with the rowing, and we gotta expand it. We gotta get more people in it. We don't want to waste these boats. We don't want the boats sitting up on a dock wasting away.
We have 2 of the crews, and the men's juniors have touched the beach. The third is coming in now. It's capping off a beautiful afternoon here in Gloucester Harbor for 95th Annual St. Peter's Fiesta. But that's not it, folks. The party rolls on. The carnival's going on. The St. Peter's Club is open. Gloucester's population has doubled this weekend. You cannot beat the weather. We've got the beaches. We've got the boats. We got the fishing. What else do you want?
You couldn't ask for a better day. People are in the water. The beach is beautiful. We got to thank the Rockport Hotel for letting us be here.
Oh, yeah.
They've done a great job helping clean up Pavilion Beach. I grew up down here. I hung down here a lot. So enjoy your weekend. Come back tomorrow's Championship Sunday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's going to be great. I already saw one of the members of the Champs group talk to Mike Mitchell today, and we kind of agreed. Chaos was impressive today. There were a lot of people out there who thought that Jiggy's crew were the favorite today, and I'm going to tell you something. I'm talking to one of the champs right now. There's one of the champs, Mike Mitchell. He's out there. There's Dave Tarr. There's Lisa Martin. She happens to be the wife of Michael Body, Ralphie Martin. And there's my brother. But it's my fan crowd.
Phil, you got fans everywhere.
Hey, Tori!
What's it take to get in one of these rooms here this weekend?
Tori, how much for the room this weekend? I know you love me. I love you.
All right, so to set the table for tomorrow, folks, it is Champion Sunday. We have the Sunday Greasy Pole. Anthony Novello is today's winner. He won in round 2, walker number 7. He'll walk first tomorrow, and then we've got the men's sailboat races, the finals between Chaos, ZFG, and the Merger.
The Merger. I think tomorrow is going to be a barn burner. There was a moment this week where I thought Merger was going to be unbeatable. I was impressed by what Chaos did today. They took off like a bullet. They had good boat speed. They're not a heavy crew. Merger's a powerful crew. A lot of championships. I just hope we get a great race.
Yeah.
That's all I want. I want to be able to say, I don't know who won. That's what I want. I love those bang, bang, bang races. And you never know if the Gigalonis are going to come back. The Jigger crew, ZFG, you don't never know.
The zany fun guys are calling themselves.
You never know if they laid down on the way home because they had that big lead on the way home. You never know if they said, okay, let's just settle in. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be fun. We're going to get the same weather. Let's get it on.
Yeah, let's cap this the right way. That was an amazing day. Thanks so much for following us. Phil, as always, were great. So was John De Castro. We'll see if we have any mysterious surprise guests for you tomorrow. You never know. See, look, you get the sour side from John, you get the sweet side from everyone else.
Well, you know something? Everybody else loves me. John's the one I have to deal with.
What is it with that guy?
Well, I'm like Bobby the Brain Heenan. John's Gorilla Monsoon. So the antagonizing always goes there. But my beautiful people right here.
There you go.
I love my Gloucester people.
Hey, Phil, that was awesome. Thank you so much again. We'll see you this time tomorrow, right?
I'm pumped up for tomorrow. Tomorrow's the best day of Fiesta Sunday. Tomorrow, I saw Joe Lucido today. I said, Joe, I give you a little love yesterday. He goes, oh, great. I got to go to BJ's and get more food. So I'll see Joe tomorrow. I'll see all my friends over there. We drink, we eat. Then we come down here for the races, for the Greasy Pole. And then tomorrow night, we watch St. Peter go for a walk around the fort.
That's right, and that's how Fiesta concludes, is a procession of the St. Peter's statue back to its rightful place at the St. Peter's Club. So amazing stuff. So again, thanks from all of us here at Bridge Cape Band 1623 Studio, Streamography, and Beauport Hotel. We'll see you 4 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, right here on YouTube, Facebook, and Channel 12 locally if you're in Cape Ann. And we will bring you Champions Sunday live from the deck right here on Pavilion Beach. So for Phil...
Well, good night, Gloucester.
Yep.
But the rest of the world, too. And I also want to say hi to my family in Philly, my family out in California who will watch it. I got some text messages. Love you all. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Can't wait to see you all next year. Yeah, for those of you watching from around the world, we're glad you got a nice slice of Gloucester and how we do it around here. So for Phil Francis and John Castro, I'm Corey Cooker. We'll see you this time tomorrow live from St. Peter's Fiesta in Gloucester, Mass. Bye-bye.